And we are live. Welcome to the Inside the Huddle Studios, presented by the top of it. I'm one half of your commissioner slash co-host, the owner of the Better Team, Team LAV, joined by my kinfolk, the other commissioner, the other co-host of this show, he who fucking remains at the top in that high castle. What's up with it, my baby?
Say, man, I appreciate that throw introduction, man. But look, I mean, it was a great week for a lot of owners this past week. It was a couple of close games, narrow victories, and it was some disappointing losses for some people. So let's go ahead and get into it and we'll talk about it. And want to welcome everybody for tuning in, like always. And let's get to it.
It was also a horrible week for our picks, as we both went sub 500 this week. Didn't hurt me too bad, but you took a real took a little further nosedive for them. We'll get into all that, but let's go ahead and jump into our week 10 rewind.
Yeah.
Week 10. You heard that?
Yeah.
Make sure. Yeah, week 10 we run. Let's go ahead and get into this shit, man. We got in our first game of the rewind of the week 10, we had Bill Belichick and Coach Tommy Lewis. Let's go ahead and get into this game right here. I want to particularly talk about this game because we both spoke on this, and we both truly feel that Phil blew this game. And what we mean by that is, it was 183 to 188. Lewis escaped with the win. Phil had a chance to get this win. He went with Garrett Wilson, who he traded for. I can understand why he went with Garrett Wilson, who he traded for, because he traded for that asset. But I do not understand. As you know, my philosophy was the guys coming off of injury, do not put him right back up in there. You got somebody else to put in there. You could have put Morris Harris in there with 14.3. You could have put Krosky Merritt in there. You could have put Tracy in there. You could have put Coleman in there. Could have put Dalton Schultz in there. You could have put anybody in that lineup and came out with their win other than Garrett Wilson. But he did, and he lost. He was led by 26 points from Kyron Williams. 28 points for McBride. He got 26 from Kyron Williams, 25 from Malave. But the story of this game was Coach Tommy Lewis, who had 65.8 from Jonathan Taylor, who keeps leading the way, trying to run off with the MVP. Our leading point getter. We'll talk about that a little bit later on the season, probably for the lifetime of this show. Just keep it real. 188 on Coach Tommy, man. He needed all 65 of that to bring it on. Just imagine if you'd have lost with a 65 on your roster. Oh, my God, that would have been horrible. But it was not to be this day as Coach Tommy got the win. What say you, Kinfo? What did you think about this matchup?
Coming into that Monday night game, Coach had Dobbs left, and he thought that Dobbs would, give him some extra points and, to hold off any extra points that Phil Belichick was getting. But Dobbs didn't do nothing for him. And so, but I know everybody wants to probably talk about Jonathan Taylor because why not? I mean, he's like from what he did, and that propelled Coach to the victory. He needed every last drop of the points that Taylor gave him. They went into overtime to even get points in that game. If he didn't go into overtime, then he would have lost that game because Jonathan Taylor scored that touchdown at the end of the game. But this is not even about that. This is strictly about what you notated earlier, the miscues and malpractice that was on display by Phil Belichick this week. He made that trade, and I guess, like you said, he felt obligated to have to play Garrett Wilson in his first week back. But that was the mistake of all mistakes for him. Like you did a laundry list of players that he could have just put in, and they would have got him that victory. So this was about Jonathan Taylor and about Coach getting that victory, but this was more of how Phil Belichick has dropped the ball, and this is not the first time this season he has done that. So this has been a reoccurring a theme for him this season of leaving players on the bench that would have propelled him to victory. So this has to be heartbreaking for Phil Belichick. They're now that they drop down to now 5-5, and they have a hard road for the rest of the season to try to get themselves in the playoffs.
Like you say, man, 65 big points from Jonathan Taylor. He needed every bit of those points. They went into overtime. He needed that overtime and then some, and they got the win. So that's all that mattered in that situation right there. Let's move this shit right along. Let's go to MMT, Michael's Monsters team, Little Mike's team, going against a nephew, Bread Hunter. Man, it was a 179 to 102 BTA. It was definitely built to ass. Bread Hunter was just south of Mendoza line, the 100-point barrier. He's been dancing around there more than once this year. You got to get away from that. But how can you get away from it when you got all these Q's and D's in your lineup? It's just been a hard season for him as well as some other owners in this league. But man, they looked like they was led in scoring by 20. DJ Moore gave them a 0. Got -5 from the Bills head coach. Just a whole lot going wrong, and it was just too much to not enough. Michael's Monsters team is 4-6. They are not eliminated from playoff contention. As a matter of fact, if they run the table, they can go 8-6 and definitely lock in a playoff spot. They were led by 24.9 from Javonte Williams. 28 from Matthew Stafford, 24-9 from not Javonte Williams. It's Jalen Jameson. Yeah, it's Jameson Williams, 24.9, 20 from Waddle, 19 from Barkley. He just had good Nico, 23. He had good production, Chargers defense of 19. He had good production throughout the lineup, putting up 179 points. They are not dead yet. But on the other hand, I think it's about time to sound the horn. What do you think about that? That's your son.
Well, let me say this, man.
2-8, 6 in a row, lost 6 in a row.
I've said this week after week with Bread Hunter's team. His projection was 163. I'm gonna repeat that again before I give the score that he scored. His projection was 163. And his team scored 102. So when me and you have our discussion and you say, well, shit, this team trash, you look at the team he put together. A 163 projection, you score 102. Like I said, this type of underproduction I've never seen before. I just ain't never seen before. Every week you fall 50 points below your projection. What world are we living in that you can't even he can't even depend on projection at all, because every week he is falling so far under his projection you can't. It's unreal. So the season is over for Bread Hunter. He fell to 2-8. Like it, I just would have never thought that it would tumble down to this degree. But even if he ran the table, you're talking about 6-8, and they're just not gonna. I don't believe
That's
that
not gonna
would never get anybody in.
that
Unless
would never.
it's a weird year where everybody, even people at the top, is losing.
Not
But
this year.
so that's not what's going on. So I think that he hasn't been officially eliminated yet, but he's eliminated in my mind. So I mean that it's nothing more to say. 163 projection, you score 102. That's under 60 points under your projection. So, well, I mean, what can you do if you 60 point under your projection? Like,
There's just really nothing you can do. I mean, the whole lineup is underproducing. Hell, I think the GM office is underproducing. You just got to do something, And it slipped away too far. 6 in a row to lose 6 in a row is unheard of. That's
think,
unconscionable.
think about it. This would be more of a way to look at it. More of a way to look at it would be this right here. Twins started out 0-8, and they are now tied at 2-8.
Wow. Speaking of Twid, uh, Detroit or nothing in a pretty much insignificant game. Didn't have very much value, but you always want to get the win if you're when you're on the field. It was Detroit or nothing going on auto going against Mac Twin. Mac Twin got 172 points. They did not produce. They won 172 to 136 over Detroit or nothing. Twin was led in scoring by Brees Hall with a 26, 24 from Kittles, 21 from McConkey, Aaron Jones Sr. with an 18. Getting something from that. He didn't get shit from DK Metcalf. But shit, it's more than he would have got from Travis Hunter. Let me just say that. Jackson Dart chipped in with 29 for Detroit or nothing. He also got 20 from Romo Dudze. Not very much else. I never seen this. The Otto didn't start a head coach. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
That was weird.
I ain't gonna spend too much time on this, man. Shout out to Mac Twin to get the win. He's 2-8. Detroit is nothing. 3-7. They're paying for pride and respect at this point. You got anything you want to touch in on this before we move on to the next one?
I want to touch on something real quick. You had said that it was a pretty much meaningless game. If Detroit or nothing would have somehow pulled it out, they would have been 4-6. So it would have been a total outside shot of them making it. But just like you said earlier about MMT by Mike, if he just happened to run the table, he would have been 8-6. So I mean, it wasn't as significant as for some other teams you would think, but I would say that it was extremely significant, even more for Detroit or nothing than it was for other teams because they're on the verge of being eliminated, as they would say in uh, the Squid Game. You have been eliminated. That's what we're gonna have to put. That's what we're gonna put on.
Oh, we're gonna do the elimination show for sure. We're gonna start the show next week for those who will be being left by the side of the road.
And I definitely want to hear you have been eliminated.
You have been eliminated. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find it
because that's exactly what he was trying to avoid, being eliminated. And so that's why I say this was a little bit more important than we want to let on
though. Again, it had very much has playoff implications. Next, we had Ruben's Rowdy team going against the better team. Ruben's Rowdy team would get the 149 to 122 victory. Let me maintain my journalism, my professionalism. Ruben's Rowdy team was led in scoring by 22 points from Drake May. You got 19 from Jennings, 19 from Juan, so Juan and Wando, Jawan and Juan. Gave him a cool 38. The move of the day early that morning, he cut Wilson, Emmanuel Wilson, which I got to go back and look and see how many points he had. And he put Tyler Algier in there. He used one of Team LEV's strategies. He said, fuck it, I'm just going to go with both running backs, in the Falcons backfield. So whatever they get, the whole backfield, that's what I got.
Yeah.
And it was to the tune of 36 points. A huge 36, a 20 from Tyler Algier. He didn't get much from Pittman. Flowers got 11.5, Bond 6.5. Is They actually bumped up his T. Smith, his defensive back, who was number one defensive back. Shout out to him. He had 12 points. He had 10 for the all of Sunday, but now he had 12. Got 13 for Bates. He made some really nice moves. I think he picked up Bates as well. Listen, I got to tip my cap to him. I got to take my hat off to the Rowdies. They made some impactful moves, and those moves came in right when they needed them. For a 28-point win. I'm astounded. And now let me say this right here. Get into my camera to the better team. The Rowdies beat the better team, man. You know, they came out rowdy, and about it. And they did what they needed to do. On the other end, you know, I had McGowie who had a 7-9 in the first quarter. I'm talking about early first quarter, like the first drive. Ends up with a 10-1. That's very disappointing. Addison had a 6.5. Sutton a 5.4. Like, what is going on? What are y'all doing? Listen, if you guys ain't ready to go to work and y'all don't want to go to work and put the work in and get the points that are needed, what are we doing here? Where's the professionalism? You got to show up and go to work every day. You got to give more than that. You know, you got to get open for your quarterback and make it undeniable for him to get you the ball. That's just what you got to do. You know, Ted had a weak-ass 12. Excuse me, Ted. I'm not going to shit on your 12. But 12, we're just going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it on. You got your projection. Campbell went under with a 6.5. Verse had a 3. Witherspoon a 3.5. Spoon. Only thing we had that was really cooking was the Texas. I mean, for the longest time, Josh Allen was like 2 points way into the third quarter. He ended up with a 23, but shit, that 23 could have been a 33 or 43. I mean, it wouldn't have been enough, but do your stuff. That's all we asking. You to do your stuff, man. You know, of course, we was out a couple players, but that's, you know, it's next man up strategy. We hurt. We got a lot of people down, but we still right here. We at the fight. So, you know, we just got to fight harder. I put y'all out there because y'all are the players that I felt like could step into those roles and give collectively a good production. That's all we ask for is a good production. You know, we got 4 games to go. We shit this one out. You know, we shitted this one out. We had a competitive game last week against Juice, and then we come against Rude, and hey, man, listen, in this locker room, you guys got to give more than what you're giving. You know, we got to have it, baby. We just absolutely got to have it going forward in these next 4 games to put ourselves in a position that we know we can do something with, you know, with some guys potentially coming on the horizon, coming on back. But, you know, hey, man, the better team took the L this week. You know, they took the L, and we will be better. Gasson, he avoided a scare with a 4-3. It was just bad all the way around. We made some changes. You know, we're not the type of team that's gonna sit there and say, okay, well, shit, next week. Now, man, you know, we're gonna shuffle this shit around. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get to work. So, you know, we brought some new dudes in. Verse got cut. That 3 was just the last 2 games was just not it. So we brought in Quentin Williams. We feel good about Quentin in Dallas. I know that might feel like a homer pick, but you know, I feel like the matchup and the newness and he's a dog too. We're not gonna act like he ain't a dog. I think he's gonna make a difference more than the 3. Spoon got cut. You know, we had to go with somebody who at least want to be out there making plays. I don't know what they got going on. Maybe he think he Dion or something. Nobody don't throw to him, but we need somebody out there putting helmet on niggas' kneecaps and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Fox gave us a 0. Man, we gotta let you go, baby. We gotta let you go. A 0? No. We can't. Yeah, man, we gotta shuffle the deck. So, you know, we made some important moves going forward. I know I took up a little time here, man, but you know, I have to speak to these guys out here, and you know, excuse to, you know, to everybody out there, because I know y'all out there like, man, what's up with the better team, man? You know, right now they just looking like the mediocre team, the middle of the road team. And yeah, we had a lot of injury, but that's no excuse. It's next man up. And shit, man, we got this game coming up, and it's next up. You know, so what's your take on this, man? I know you saw this shit from a different lens Tell the people how you saw it.
Well, let me say this. That was very, very clutch of Rule to at the very last second to switch out Wilson for Algier. That that was the call of all calls right there. That's strictly what won him the game. I know he still would have won by a few extra points if he took away his 20, but that's what won him the game. That set the tone for Rule to come out on top. But let me say this for the better team. I said something early in the season. It was many weeks back, y'all. I had said that we're going to pay attention to how Josh Allen plays on the road the rest of the season
Hmm.
because, because he is phenomenal at home. At the beginning of the season, most of their games, like four out of the first five games or something like that, were at home. So they were phenomenal. They were like gangbusters. Like you couldn't do nothing with Buffalo. Soon as every time he go on the road, he looked like an extremely different player. So for me, he's the head of the snake. So if the head of the snake can't play like he normally play on an MVP level on the road, then you soon as you see you look at the schedule, you see that he on the road, you're gonna put your head down because you don't know what you're gonna get from Josh Allen, which is really it's a damn shame is what it is. And as far as uh uh the rest of your squad, you said it. At this point in time, with all the injuries and shit that you done had, they have to perform at minimum projection, at minimum. And if they would have just did that, you could have came out on the other side of this victory. If Josh Allen plays up to his MVP level like he can and not lose to the worst team in the league in the Miami Dolphins, just ridiculous. You would think this would be the road game that he is going to show out and he's going to do his thing and it's going to look like he at home because he's playing the worst team in the league. But what happened? Even against the worst team in the league, he could not be Superman, not even remotely close. So,
Hmm.
so for me, that is the problem with the better team. It's the first pick that they took in the draft. It's the head of their snake. How is he gonna play when he's going on the road? And they made some changes that they said they picked up Q Williams and shit. I picked him up for 1 week, you guys. When my guy was out, he got me a 0.5. That's what he
The
got.
Jets had switched his position from a 3-1 technique to three technique. He some shit like that. Like they switched the defense. So he said that he like playing nose tackle. He want to be right up over the center. He want to be right in there.
Well,
Uh,
hopefully, hopefully,
and
hopefully
and
he
I
can
just think
turn
he
it
gonna have
around.
a resurgence with the Cowboys because I think that teams are gonna try to run it up the middle on them, and he's gonna make some plays, some stuffs, and I think he can get to the quarterback from that position too in this defense.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look. We'll see. I just continue to tell anybody, look for Josh Allen when he plays road games. So that is what they got to worry about. But a great victory for Rude RRT, especially that late second move with Algier, and he's now put himself in a better position to try to make the playoffs. Because at this point, people are going to hear me speak about playoffs all the time because we hear them. So this is where it's at. This is where we at. So you got to make the right decisions. You have your finger on the right buttons, and you got to come out on that other side because the playoffs are here.
Well, we working. That's what I can assure the people is that the better team will always be working. We've churned our lineup. If you look at our lineup, you see some new faces, you see some new talent. We just got a running back that just signed with us. He cut at another team. He just signed with us. Joe Burrow is on the precipice of coming back. I would love to see Joe throwing it to Chase and Higgins. I think that's a different kind of offense. I mean, we'll put fire on the Josh just because, shit. If he gonna get that production, you know, maybe we'll go our matchups.
What remind me of what running back you picked up?
Sean Tucker.
I knew it, but I tell y'all, man.
We just signed Sean Tucker.
I tell y'all, man.
He came available as while we was live on this show, and so we brought him in. We was actually looking for Wilson stat, and then it just so happened he was on the field. So Wilson had it. Let's just say a 1.5. I should have signed. This is my mistake. I looked at Algier, and I think I had him in earlier this season, and I didn't bring him in.
You know what, y'all? I was going to try to pick Tucker back up next week, but I already knew out of all people who was going to take him, though, y'all. I already do it.
Listen, we ain't leaving no talent out there.
I said he going to take Tucker.
Look, we listen. We trying to see who want to win this shit, man. Any one of these dudes can come in their own at the right time. It's about magic, and we want to have the right magic chemistry set on the field at all times. We don't mind picking last. I'm gonna say that we don't mind picking last waiver each and every week because right now this is clutch time. We're gonna churn the bottom of that motherfucker free agent and look for us to go.
And that's what I was gonna bring up to you. You last on that waiver wire every goddamn week because that's do show that you trying to put in the work though and trying to improve your team though because you always last. I mean,
Listen, at this point, that's what it's about. I'm on that motherfucker so much, you think I live there. That's how I just found Sean Tucker. I ain't even allowed him a chance to breathe. The nigga got cut and walked out the door. We already had a limo out front when he walked out y'all offices.
Look, when I cut him earlier, I already knew who was going. I already knew. I do. I like that. But I was stern on wanting to get that Green Bay defense for this week versus playing my Seahawks defense this week.
I wanted to too. I had to ask myself, do you want to cut the Rams defense for that defense? Because we can't bring in 3 defenses. Like, of course, Houston going against Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I thought about it, but I'm glad I didn't because it may equal Sean Tucker. Who knows? Sean Tucker might get a flex this week.
This week he might be straight. But see, next week is when I was gonna need him, and next week I have a good feeling probably that Bucky will be back next week.
Well, shit. If he's not, to keep him away from you, somebody got to be playing keep away around this motherfucker. Somebody got to be working, man. I'm just saying, KJ, you've been having it your way this year. Let me say that. You've been having it your motherfucking way. And I haven't seen very many people try to get in the way or, stop you. They just been doing Olay, it seems like. So just know we still out here. Jack Campbell's, all that type of shit, man. And we picked up the Mario Overshawn also, just by the way. All right, shit.
He cut burst. I said he picked up Overshawn.
I know one day last year, the Overshawn had a missile game. He had like 14 tackles, a touchdown. Shit, they might let him free off that edge as their linebacker.
Come back. They are.
And with Quinn Williams and with Logan Wilson, who knows? He might be free to do some shit.
He just might. He did look. He did. That might have made the back end of the defense that much better by adding Q-Dub.
No, that's real shit. All right, shit. Let's keep this shit going, man. We're gonna get into he who motherfucking remains supreme firmly at the top of the point lead for the season. Let's say it, 242 motherfucking points to 162. The Kyler's narrowly by 20 points avoid the 100-point ass whipping. The natural born Kylers. Let's see. Let me read this right here. Natural Born Collars is also hoping last week's edition never goes to print because losing by 80 points doesn't sound any better. The record now drops to 3-7 with 11% chance of making the playoffs. Why we shouldn't expect to see Natural Born College of Phil Belichick book club this week. What the fuck? They should get shot at Phil. What did Phil do? God damn.
Oh, they might have seen what we've seen is that he had niggas on the bench that would have won in the game.
Man, they took a shot at Phil. Phil catching strays in your game.
From the AI.
Wow. I think I know why they said that, Phil Belichick, because they traded you 8-chain. And 8-chain was rolling like a train. You see what I did there? He was rolling like a locomotive, running that shit over, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I don't even understand how you make that type of trade without securing the fact that Wilson is absolutely going to be on the field. A 50 ball, man. It's about led with a 50. Did he get 44.5 from Gears? That's 95.1. That's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point, man, everything else is gravy. You know what I'm saying? It's just sauce. It's sauce. And the Kylers didn't even have a fucking punter. They didn't even have enough respect for the game to put in a punter. That's how you get spanked like that. You disrespectful. You disrespectful to the fantasy football gods. You don't even have enough decency to put together a full lineup. The disrespect in that move. Ugh. Then you got, man, the Kylers are just, you got people on the bench that deserve to be on injury reserve just taking up roster spots as if there ain't no players out there that would make a difference on your team at any point this season. Because Ayuk has been there all season long, taking up a valuable roster spot. I don't even understand how they won 3 games, how they only 3-7 and still with the opportunity to make playoffs. I'm not gonna keep going over this. They had Jerry Goss for 25. They picked him up off the scrap. They got London, C-Mac with only a modest 21. There wasn't really much going on. I mean, honestly, he didn't have any negative players in the game or zeros aside of the zero he gave himself by not playing a punter. Man, the floor is yours. I ain't going to keep going on now. 242 points. What's up with it now?
Yeah, like they call Reggie Jackson Mr. October, I'm Mr. 242. Let me say this. My opponent, they've been playing Henderson the whole goddamn year. And they decided to bench Henderson this week. And he had a 38.9, if I'm not mistaken. It wouldn't have did nothing for the game, but if you have that 38.9 in there, I mean, you've been close to right getting 200 points yourself, and it's just those kind of decisions that cost people victories. In this case, nothing he could have done would have got him a victory, but you have to make the right decisions and the right moves. I always say that you got to have your fingers on the right button. And this week wasn't gonna be MBK's week. I mean, look, my team still underperformed, and somebody might not even understand that or believe that. But Jordan Love barely scraped up over 10 points.
11-9. He had 11-9.
Yeah, barely scraped up over 10 points. He was projected to do a 19 or a 20. He underperformed.
Roquan had a 5-5. Boswell a 3-5. So you calling it all those underperform, but you got 25 from your defense, so it balances itself out.
But they are walking 15 every week anyway, baby. So I'm saying they just
not 20. They ain't 25 though.
No, they're not. But like, but that's what gets you to 242s when people overperform. Achan is not a 50, but when he overperformed, Gibbs is not a 45 basically. But he overperformed. Those are the things that get you to all-time records when people overperform. So, but what I'm saying is, I say this too all the time. Damn, can you at least give me projection? So I'm saying if they give me projection, then I might have 270.
Be
Then
happy with the 242, man.
and then, huh?
Be happy with the 242. You talking about
Well, I'm saying,
270.
and I also want to say this too, y'all. That was done without CD Lamb. There was no CD Lamb in the lineup, y'all. Want to say that also. Because CD Lamb could bust out for a 30 or 42. So I'm just saying, that was without no CD Lamb. So let me just say this. We got a big matchup coming up this week. Um, because every matchup is a big matchup in my eyes. And I I want us to just continue to perform at minimum at projection, and anything over that is just icing on the cake.
Man, it's been a nice cake you've been having icing on. I say that though. Motherfucker to the tune of 9-1. And 200 club for the second time in a row. Shit, ain't nothing to sneeze at, you know. Hey man, we give you salute. When the salute is due, we get a salute, man. Salute to you. Man, give you your flowers right now, you know, because you might not have them later on this in the rest of the season. Because that's but
I would say this, y'all. I would say this. This is what I'm doing this year for the league, y'all. And I will have to admit, Juice is doing it along the way also. Uh,
some
I,
might say he's doing it better.
I I don't see how he could be doing it better when my only loss is when I had three of my starters out. His only loss is when he had his full team against somebody else that had their full team and he got dropped by 40. So to me, it ain't even really even a conversation who the better team is. If
I
we
was
don't
I,
end
I
that.
was walking by some of them back rooms and I heard some people saying it was the first game of the season. You know, team was way different than it was than it is now. First game of the season. You know, it just felt like you just got out to a quick start. You know, his team had to put the right pieces together. And they did. He feel like they did the next week and thus far do on all. So I mean, they said he got more 200 victories than you, although you do have the points claim, and he has a longer winning streak than you. Y'all play week one. This is what I heard in the back rooms. That's just all I'm saying.
And let me say this though.
That's all I'm saying.
Let me say this to the people in that back room over there though. That that's saying that. Well, I mean, he did just score 157 this week. The week before that, he underperformed. So really, he's trending down.
187. I mean 184.
He's trend. He he was projected
I
to
wish he'd have scored 156 against me. Shit.
do more than 184. What I'm saying is this right here. What he's doing right now. If you look at his last few games, he's going downward instead of upward.
Mm.
I want to say that to everybody in the back room. He's going downward instead of going upward his last few games. So that's the trend I'm seeing. And guess what? I think I'm gonna see that trend again this week. He projected to do something like 196. He's not going to get that 196. So that means that'll be a third game in a row that he's going backwards instead of forwards. But hey, that's just that's for everybody in the back room.
All right. So speaking of the Mac of the year, speaking of juice, let's go ahead and get into this last and final matchup. It was pinned the game of the week. Uh, we had no nuts, no glory going against the Mac of the year. Uh, The North No Glory, they underproduced. Both teams underproduced. It was 157 to 140. They they had a chance. I mean, I can't say much. I wish they'd have gave me 157 in my game against the Mac of the Year, but it play how it play. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, they just the Nuts No Glory just did not bring their horses. I know they got some little minor injuries. It ain't minor. They got, they ain't got a lot of people injured. They got some, persons of impact on their team was injured. Oh, Swift got a Q by him again this week.
Yeah.
Limited hip injury. Hip. Oh, okay. Interesting. Keep an eye on that. I'm sorry, I got distracted, y'all. Yeah, man. Let me see. Baker had 22 for the Mac of the Year, 21 from Jackson Smith and Jigma, 20 from Rico, 16 from Cook. He got 15 from Myers, 11 from the defense. That's always solid. He got the Browns defense. It was just, too much to not enough. 27 from Jacobs. That was the leading point getter. St. Brown with a mile 16. I mean, it's good 16. He had to start Cooper Kupp. He started T. Jennings at running back. Didn't have much going on the bench or anything. He just didn't have the dogs this week. And he took a loss and can't really run off with the division leads. They are 6-4 in the Mac of the Years, 1-9 in a row, then 9-1. What you got to say about your labor mate, man? Y'all 18-2.
I'm gonna say this. I've been playing fantasy football for a little time now, and I've never seen a team that was first of all 9-1, and I ain't never seen where it was two teams that was 9-1, and I ain't never seen where it was two teams 9-1 in the same division. It's just it's unbelievable right now. But let me touch on the game. You talking
I
about
have.
you don't see two teams be 9-1?
The year I went to the Super Bowl and lost to Draper because they cheated. It was two teams. It was DC and another team. They both ended up 11-2.
Okay.
They both 11-2. No, not 11-2. I'm sorry. 12-2. They both 12-2.
Okay.
In the same division, and I was in that same division too, and I popped one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I got to the Super Bowl, Draper popped the other.
So y'all had three people out of y'all division make the playoffs.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The Cartier division.
Okay.
And I went to the Super Bowl out of the division, even though two niggas was had top records in the division.
Okay.
It was similar. If they didn't ever would have took a nigga out of there, they had the record. You could have wouldn't seen it because it was glamorous. Where I stormed from 8-6. At one point I think I was 4-6 or 5-5. And then we got to 8-6, and then we went all the way to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. But that's a different situation for a different time. But it has happened before.
So let me tell you game. When you have the Mac of the Year, the way that they have been rolling this year, when you have them fall 27 points under their projection, you gotta win that game. You gotta win that game. That is your opportunity that for you to prepare yourself to victory. They fall 27 points under their projection. It's like you cannot lose that game when somebody falls 27 points under projection, because what is in turn is saying is that your team could not live up to the billing. Y'all could live up to the headline of game of the week, because if you would have did just what you were supposed to do, just at your you falling what 15 points under your projection. Like you can't like how you can't expect to win if you fall in 15 points under your projection. You just cannot expect that. And right now, I said this also a few weeks back. I said no personal glory. Me looking at their squad, me looking at their schedule that they have left, I said that they were gonna take a tumble for the worse for the rest of the season. They've now lost two in a row. They had a tough game this week, so they may be in a deadly danger for one of those teams where they start out hot and they have a good record, but then they end up even slipping out of the good record and even out of the playoff picture. So they have to really watch these next few games because they're in a very difficult position right now with their team that they have to that they have to put out there on the field with all of the injuries and designations that they have on their squad.
If what you say comes to fruition, I'm so for it and I so adore it. Like genuine said, I'm so for it and I so adore it. Shit, let it happen. That's what I say. That's what we say. We would love it for it to see it happen, a collapse. You know, they've been
I,
leading the division all year though.
I know you would.
Shit, man. Let me say this week, we went with some of the same games. Matter of fact, I think we went all the same games. We both went 2-4. Horrible week for me picking. I should have knew when you went the same way I went that something wasn't gonna be right. But overall, I'm still 40-20. I'm 20 games over 500. While you're just a measly 31-29 on the season. You know what I'm saying? Before we move on, I'm gonna get this comment in real quick. What is that? Alex Savine 910 Hey guys, this is my team for ROS. What do you think? Drake May, Travion Henderson, Junkins, JSN, JJ McBride, Mbuka. Bench, you got Woody, Bucky, Harvey, Wandale, Loveland, Pierce, Tua, you. Uh, yeah, change Tua, man. I know you can get a better backup quarterback. I don't know how many y'all have in y'all league, uh, but if it's 12 or something like that, you should definitely be able to get a better quarterback than
I
Tua.
tell you, they got a 10. They in a 10-man league.
Oh yeah, change 10-man PPR. Hell yeah, you should be able to way have. Why you got Tua as quarterback in a 10? There's quarterbacks right now in our free agent. I'll take over Tua right now.
But he got an all right squad
You
though. I
got
mean,
Alec Pierce.
when you
I
talk,
don't like Cortland Loveland and Wandale Robinson. I don't really like that.
I like it. I love his receiving core: JSN, Justin Jefferson, McBride, and Ibuka. That's tough. That's tough,
That
man.
bench ain't hitting on nothing, but
No, the bitch ain't just sparkling. Bucky on injury. Woody been playing all right. He got
that
hard.
Henderson is a hole though. He hit this week, but he ain't been doing it like that.
Well, he haven't. But the last few weeks, even before this big breakout game, I think the last week he had like a 16.9, something like that.
But that receiving core and that tight end room should be able to carry
It,
that
it,
running back room.
and
And Drake May gonna be all right.
Drake May too.
Yeah, Drake May gonna be all right.
Yeah,
Okay, Alex Savine, I like it. Like I said, I changed the quarterback. I get rid of Tua, and you should have been able to recycle some of that bench work. If you get a 10-man league, come on, man, there should be some better players. There's been some tight ends that have been picked up in our league. We have a 12-man league. There's been some running backs that have been picked up too. Definitely quarterback. Golf been circulating. I know ain't unless people got 3-4 quarterbacks in y'all league.
yeah.
Um,
He should be able to bolster the bottom of his bench a little bit better in a 10-man league.
yeah, well, that's it. That's comments for right now. Let's go ahead and keep this show moving right about now. Um, as we set the table, let me go ahead and set the table. Get everything. Yeah, it's the main course, and appetizer, all the things wrapped in one, man. We got the Big Bank's Fine Dining Hour for your listening and viewing pleasure.
Mm. Appreciate that, Faye. Appreciate that, Loud. All right, look, I want to welcome everybody for that. You haven't been here before. I want to welcome everybody to the Fine Dining Hour, where each week we highlight the top five players that set the table for their teams to eat. Now, coming in at number five, this guy he had back-to-back games on the hour. He's had a pretty good year compared to last season. That's kind of I'm feeling that way because I had him last season and he didn't have a good year. But this season, he's having a pretty good season. And this week, he tallied 21 rushes, 83 yards, one reception for 42 yards, and a score for 26.5. We talking about Brees Hall. They had a bye week, so he didn't make it last week because he had a bye week. But the game before that, he made it. So that's back-to-back games for him making the album. And this week, again, 21 rushes, 83 yards, one reception, 42 yards, and a score for a 26.5. We talking about Brees Hall. Coming in at number four, this guy just might be the MVP of the National Football League. He's had three straight games with four or more touchdowns with no interceptions. I'll repeat that again. He's had three straight games with four or more touchdowns with zero interceptions. And he tallied this week 280 yards, four touchdowns for 28.38. We talking about Matthew Stafford. Man, say, man. I mean, can't remember the last time a quarterback had three straight games with four touchdowns and zero picks. This guy right here, if he stays healthy, he will be a National Football League MVP. And this week, he had 280 yards, four touchdowns for 28.38, Mr. Matthew Stafford. Coming in at number three, he is the best running back in the NFL, in my opinion. Others would differ because he splits time in the backfield. But with his production, you can't tell. This week he had 15 rushes, 142 yards, two TDs, three receptions for 30 yards, another TD for 44.5, Jameer Gibbs. And
Mm.
somebody might say I'm biased, but he's the best running back to me in the league. And he shows it by, even though he's spending time putting up numbers like 15 rushes, 142 yards, two scores, along with three receptions, 30 yards, another score for 44.5, Jameer Gibbs. Now coming in at number two, he had somewhat of a slow first game last week with his new team, but showed them this week why they traded for him with 22 rushes, 174 yards, two touchdowns, six receptions for 51 yards for 50.7. Devon A. Chan. Say, last week it was his first game with his new team. He only scored like 20 points. And I got messages and stuff saying, are you happy with what he put out there? And I said, I'm delighted because the first half, he had like an 18, 19. He just, for whatever reason, he didn't get the production in the second half. So it wasn't a worry. It was a when he's going to do his thing. And do his thing this week he did with 22 rushes, 174 yards, two touchdowns, six receptions, 51 yards for the big 50.7, Devon A. Chan, becoming in at number one, y'all. He had fell behind C-Mac after a dismal effort the previous week. So he set out to rectify that, and rectify it he did with an all-time record for points in a single game with 32 rushes, 244 yards, three touchdowns, along with three receptions and 42 yards for a 65.8. Mr. Jonathan Taylor. Whoa, y'all. I'm watching this game. I'm watching the whole game. I'm watching it. I want them to go into overtime because I got a bet going on, and I needed uh, Daniel Jones to get to 250 yards passing. Not in my mind am I thinking that I'm going to see what I'm about to see. And what I saw was him finishing off the day with 32 rushes, 244 yards, three TDs, three receptions, 42 yards for an all-time record for inside the huddle football for a single game scoring of 65.8. Mr. Jonathan Taylor. And I want to
Jonathan fucking Taylor.
for visiting the 5 9 this week. What was that you said though, loud?
Jonathan fucking Taylor.
You
Shit.
got that right. You got that right.
You gotta know it. God damn.
Because that
Big
boy
John
right
John. Call him by his rig with mom named Jonathan. I'm gonna call him Jonathan.
there, man.
John.
Say,
And they
man.
got a strong man named John.
He done took the lead back, y'all, for leading the clubhouse for MVP in fantasy football with that. And I want to again thank y'all for visiting the Fine Dining Hour. Now, what everybody always be waiting on, what they want to see is who is he putting up this week for the beauty of the week? Well. Well, this week we going all the way to Albania, and it's an Albanian KV Ganucci volleyball player, Exuda Kruta. Man, say man, yeah, we want to see that lighter whiter complexion have that at booty. Well, you know what? She got that.
She
Yes,
got a
she got that in
she got
spades.
a
Volleyball done her well.
she got a chef back there.
Volleyball done her well, man.
She got something you can sit like on this pool table right here. You can sit down on it. She got some shit you can sit on, man. God
Volleyball has done
damn.
well, I tell you, man. Like,
Shit, you ain't lying. You ain't never lying.
that's a profession, goddamn me, that she is in it. I'm telling you, say.
I would have liked to see her in this full outfit. We might have did a little bit more research to get this different views from this outfit. That sitting ain't doing her enough justice. Yeah, I need another. Yeah, in this one too. If they could just, clarify if she really wore that. I know she had to walk around somewhere,
Yeah, yeah.
in
Got
that.
in that outfit that you just see that last one, she got 4 different pics of that in that outfit.
Yeah. You should pick one that looked like this in that outfit. Good Lord, have mercy.
But when I seen her by that pool table, I said, oh.
People gonna say I sound thirsty, but I'm just acknowledging
Don't sound
beauty.
thirsty, y'all. What it is,
The God given attributes, and
and
she's a
what it is,
beautiful
we had to go
woman,
all the way, y'all, to Albania
all,
to
all the way around.
find her. This
And
is
I do mean round. When I say round,
this Albanian-born KV Ganucci volleyball player, Exuda Kruta. Man, that's the beauty of the week, y'all. And I'm telling you, she is that, man. Whew. Back to you, Laugh. I got, you know what? I wasn't even for the 5-1. I was gonna wait till the show was over. I got a 5-1. That boy, you. Woo.
say
And
she is.
let me tell you. And when you go to her Instagram page, this is what you know. She knows she got ass. So she loves taking pictures where she's looking back and shit. Like she don't.
Yeah, we did. We're gonna start dropping Instagram tags on these pictures. You just take one of the pictures and you just type it over, put it in there, and then save it,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
have it. Just, for our audience, so they can go find her. Not me to find her, but for you to find her. You can find her. I might say, hey, she is looking good, and she is very good looking. Speaking of looking good and good looking, we had some good looking shit going on this week, as you the before aforementioned
Mm,
Jonathan Taylor with the sets the single game scoring record with 65.8, a record that may stand, but I mean, hey, this is a scoring league.
yeah,
If it can be done, it can be done again.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Not that it will this year, but you never know.
You never know.
Uh, at the same time, I want to shout out to the Mac of the Year and he who remains. They clinched their playoff spots, going 9-1. They've locked down the first two playoff spots in that Mount Everest division. If they both sit up high in them castles, looking down at the common folk, the peasants, as they call us. Don't forget they call us that now. Y'all don't forget who they think y'all are. It ain't just me. It's some other you guys out there. I'm surprised about yourself now. Uh, man, hey, man. We can't have one without the other. You know what I'm saying, man? Shout out to the 242, man. You know what I'm saying? He who remains sets the single season scoring record with 242.4 points in a single game. Shout out to he who remains, man, and things and shit, man. When you talk about good looking and looking good, that is what you gotta speak about.
Look, I want to say this real quick. We just had a magical week for the Inside the Huddle football, fantasy football. And we had the highest scoring points in a single game by a player, and we had the highest scoring points in a single game by a team, all in the same week. What a
All
week!
in the same week. What a week. I think that's I gotta do the tally. What's that? 6 or is that 7 200-point games this season? 4 for you. No, that's way more than that. 4 for you, I mean 4 for Juice, 2 for you, 1 for Bebo, 1 for me, 1 for nephew. So
That's it.
so that's 9.
Yeah, that's nine. It looked like Coach was gonna get there, but he couldn't get over the hump.
And NNG's been close, but not quite there.
Hmm.
Also, shit, man. Shout out to them for that shit, man. Let's get into this is not to step on any toes with fine dining hour, but we also shot those players out, that had big games. Shout out Jonathan Taylor, Devin Ed Chain with 50. We had Gibbs with a 44. Look at that top three. Oh my God. If somebody has two of those three players, ain't that a bitch? Travion Henderson and May brings up the rear on that. These are MVP lists right now, man. Jonathan Taylor surges clearly in front of McCaffrey. 34 points a game he averages. C Mac nothing to sneeze at with a 30. And then we got A-Chain who makes his name on the list for the first time this season that I remember with a 26. And you see Josh and Bijan. Josh ain't even did it hardly anything. He just
That's
right
crazy
there.
work. That's crazy work when you think about it. That Josh is not even having that type of season, and he fourth in scoring.
Man. Okay, shit, man. Those are our top scores this week. I would like to shout them out. Like I say, Jonathan Taylor leads league in scoring. C Mac is number 2 and A-Chain. Just
Say something right quick.
he just
55.8 was so ridiculous. Just last week, Jonathan was like at a 30 or a 31, and it boosted him all the way up to a 34 game there.
yeah,
That 65.8 was ridiculous, man.
ridiculous. That shit was crazy as fuck.
Shout out Jonathan Taylor, man.
Man, shout out to Coach Lewis for picking him, man. That's a fucking the greatest pickup this season, dare I say.
Yeah, I mean it is.
Well, let's go ahead and get into this shit right here, man. LAV's the season 5, the best 5 as seen by LAV. You're simply the best Tina Turner. Shout out to Tina Turner. Rest in peace. Uh, LAV TV5, man, the best five at CNLs by LAV. No dispute, no debating. This is like the most analytical, flawless AI proof list as seen by me from this brain. It's methodical. At number five, man, they make their way back up on this list. They understand me. They were on this list a week or so ago. They fell off and they climbed right back up. They got Rowdy and About It, man. That's the 5-5 Rubens Rowdy team as they win after losing three in a row. They get back to 5-5. They 500. They are number 5 on LAB's TV5. At number 4, we got NNG. NNG took an L. They stuck right there, man. Hey, man, sometimes you take an L and you don't move. So, that's the case with NNG as they hang out at number 4 and they 6-4 as they lose this week, but they don't lose any ground on LAB's TB5, the best 5. Let's get it to number 3 on LAB's TB5. I got Lewis. I got Coach Lewis. Coach Lewis won. Why not, man? They got the 3rd best record in the league, 2nd best record in the league, actually, if you count records, but we're going by placement of teams, and they're number 3 right now on LAB's list. Maybe they could climb up, maybe they might fall down, but we're talking about right now. They 7-3, living comfortably on LAB's list at number 3, and at number 2, it's he who remains. They remain at number 2 on LAB's list. They had a wonderful win, set the points record this week. They're 9-1, but they didn't do anything to make any movement. You know what I'm saying? And to make movement, you got to take care of your business and somebody else fall off and don't handle business. Especially when that's somebody else. It's number 1 with the champagne popping, man. You understand me? Shout out to Juice WRLD, man. The Mac of the year. They are 9-1. They have won 9 games in a row, setting a single season record for games won in a row, continuing to add to the list, man. You understand me? They 9 in a row. They championing it. They clanking the champagne glasses, popping the confetti because they're at the top of LAV's TB5, well-deserved. For the 2nd week in a row, if they have taken over the top of LAV's TB5, there it is right there. Rubens Rowdy team, 5-5. NNG, 6-4. Lewis, 7-3. He who remains at number 2 in the Mac of the year, remains at number 1 of the LAV's TB5. There's the banner right there, man. You know you're alive. You know what's going on. It is not no shuck and jive. Yeah, man. He saying, yeah, what they got to say about it? Hold on, wait a minute. I got to give myself a round of applause because, I did myself with this list. This is absolutely astonishing. Simply the best, better than all the rest. What you got to say about that list right there?
Before I even get into what I want to get into, let me ask who got the most points scored out of Rude and Phil Belichick?
Out of Rude, I would I'm just going off my mind right now. If I had to guess, I would say Phil Belichick. I would say Phil Belichick. I'm gonna figure it out right now. 1656 and Phil Belichick. No, actually, Rude has the most points scored.
Okay. Well, since Rude has the most points scored, I have no problem with that. Because I was originally gonna say I would put Phil Belichick in number 5, but since Rude has outscored him and they both sit at 5-5, I would have to give it to Rude because Rude is coming off a victory and Phil is coming off a loss also. So with those combination of factors, yeah, I give it to Rude. But let's go ahead and get to the elephant in the room, y'all.
What's the elephant? Who the elephant?
The elephant in the room is the team that just scored 242 points. The team that beat the team that's number 1. They gave them they only loss. Like at this point, I don't know what else we can do to get back to that spot except for next week beat them. But I wanted the spot before next week. I wanted the spot before next week because we deserve the spot, y'all.
It is not to be.
We scored the most points in a single game in this league's history. We beat that team, gave them their only loss. The only thing that this team can hold their head up, they even had a 100 point edge on us, and we done in just in one game we evaporated that and dropped it all the way down to about 13-point lead or some shit like that, which I'm gonna take over after this week and go and be back to in points scored during the whole season. So the only thing they really got is the 9-game winning streak. That's the only thing to me they can hold their head on when it comes against me. That's it. So if that's the only thing you hold your head on, but I now have the single game scoring record. I beat the team. I mean, 2-against-1. I should be I should be number one. But that's where I stand. Somebody might say I'm biased. It's because my squad, but I'm just speaking the truth, the gospel.
Most definitely biased, but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't blame you for being biased in that situation. Uh, but the fact of the matter is, they were number one last week, and right there in the black and white, it says if a team die not loses, a team die not loses its spot on LAV's TV5. I mean, it's right there in black and white. You know, as the segment come on, you can read it. Y'all don't read that. What is he talking about? And he's read these things, so he already know this case. But I understand, you know, you in this type of situation, you're supposed to get up there for yourself, like a congressman, man. You're gonna have to speak for like a representative for your case. But everybody knows what's
Look,
going
y'all.
on,
Let me
man.
say this, y'all.
Everybody knows
I
what's
don't.
going
I
on.
don't. I'm gonna say this, y'all. I don't give a damn if they lose this week or not. I'm gonna overtake them in points. So I'm gonna even have that in total points on the season. By next week, I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have the most points in one game, and I'm gonna be done beat them. This is gonna be all the things I'm gonna have before we play
Listen,
this week.
listen. That's exactly what I was gonna say. All you gotta do is beat them, and guess what?
But I beat them. This is what will be said
No,
then.
no, 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 no. I'm saying going this next time you see them, beat them, and it won't be a debate
But
anywhere in the land.
so I gotta beat somebody twice in order to beat
I
them.
mean, you pay them twice. What you want to lose to them one time? You want to
No,
split? You want
no,
to
you're not hearing
split?
what I'm saying. I'm saying
That's
beat.
your
But
labor
I'm saying
mate. This is the you know how this shit go, man. In
beat
your
them twice.
division, you
Look,
play two
to,
times.
to me, beating them twice, you might as well move them down to number 5 on TV5. Then
Listen, that's
they
what make the
twice.
listen.
That means they
That's
no
what make
competition for me. Like it should be a gap between 1 and 2.
that's what make this shit so beautiful. Is that in our league, you play your division mate twice. So you get to settle that shit on the field, man. You know what I'm saying? He beat you. It's clear. Nobody will say anything. Even you couldn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll have two losses, even though y'all split. The fact of the matter is the difference will be the difference. You beat him, he gonna have two losses. So it's gonna be settled. Dust is gonna be settled. Y'all handle business this week and then meet in the division round.
Let me say,
And
all I
it's gonna do what it do, baby.
look. I can't wait. I can't wait to play him next week. I can't wait. I can't wait to play him next week. I can't. I'm gonna say this though, y'all. I take him down next week. Then, like I'm saying, I'd have beat him twice. I'd be had the most points scored in the league total, the most points scored in a game, and I'd have beat him twice. He ain't even in my league. What are we talking about?
Well, just take care of your business, man. That's what you gotta do anyway. Shit. I mean, you gotta beat them twice. You knew that coming in. You knew this shit, just like anybody else in their divisions know this shit. Speaking of division, let's go ahead and get into our league standings and our division leaders. Let's kick this shit off right here. First, let's go with our top 7 teams. That 8, excuse me, Lil Mike. Of course, we got He Who Remains. Lewis is looking like the number 2 seed at 7-3. No None Snow Glory will be the number 3 seed in the MAC of the year. will be the number 4 seed. I mean, division winners do come first, but that's crazy. Then they got Ruben in field 7. Oh, that seemed awful. 6 and 7 on the outside looking in is a better team. And then MMT is, still got hope. They don't got 8 losses. So as long as they ain't got 8 losses, they got a chance to get this shit in. If the playoffs were to start today, this is what we would be looking at right here, right now. He who remains will be the number 1 seed with the bye week. Lewis will have a second bye week. Then there'd be no nuts, no glory against Phil Belichick in the Mac of the Year against our Rowdies. If it ended today, but it doesn't.
So no better team.
This is the first time ever I've seen a playoff scenario that didn't feature the better team. This is.
It is. Yeah, it is.
I'm astonished. I was like, wow. That's abnormal. That ain't something you see every day, every week. But
he's saying, nigga, they don't start today though.
They do not. It's still a lot more football to be played on the field, and a lot more opportunities to be had.
Look,
they up.
It's important games being played going forward at the top of the league and at the middle of the league. And at the bottom of the playoff bracket. So it's a lot of important games still left with these 4 games we have left.
And absolutely there is. Okay, let's get to these week 11 matchups. Kick this shit off right here like this, man. I'm
going perfect this week.
He said he going perfect, y'all. We're gonna find out. That's for shit show. We got Mac Twin trying to win 2-8, man. He said he gonna play upset, man. He said he gonna go 6-8. That's what he told me. I talked to him on the phone. Bread Hunter trying to end that losing streak. They're 2-8 also. Both teams are out of the playoff contentions. Actually, we should already got their boat together this week. What was I thinking? They're already on the boat. Bump our eyes.
Officially eliminated yet, so
they aren't, but they are. You're not. Listen, you already know I've told you how I felt about this shit. No one who is not 8. If you 8-6, you in. So 7-7 is that's it. That's it.
Well, you're gonna see next week. You're gonna see. I believe both of them are going to be eliminated from the actual playoff contention. You're gonna see that mark on both of them. It don't matter if one of them wins. They're not gonna have.
Say.
They're not gonna have.
Hey, listen, man, go on get y'all seats, man. Hey, man, go on get y'all seats. The boat just dropped the horn, man. You heard it. This shit is pulling off, man. You don't want to miss your seat. Go and get your comfy seat. Shit. Well, all right, let's bring it back on up. Let's bring it back. Who you got? I already know who you got. Okay, coming into this shit, let's say this. He's 31-29, 2 games over 500. I am clearly the better picker. I'm 40-20 coming into this.
Look, y'all. Let me say this, y'all. He say he the better picker, right, y'all? But y'all got to keep in mind, I've been picking Bread Hunter every week. That's 6 losses in a row right there.
Hey! Nobody tell you to do that.
So no. So I'm saying when he say he the better picker, I want just everybody to keep that in mind. But again, for the 7th week in a row, I'm taking Bread Hunter. I think that they're gonna put in Kareem Hunt probably more than likely for Dobbins. I think that they don't really have too much more to really put in and do. I just think that it's going to be some underperforming from because he had a couple of moves that he gonna make, and that's going to put him at I think I seen it at maybe like 157 or something like that. So he's going to be like a 8-point under projection coming into the game once he make those moves. And I think that he's going to have some players that, and that's what's going to be weird, and it pisses you off as an owner. But he's going to have his players perform up to their potential for the next few games or for the rest of the season. And as an owner, that frustrates you and makes you mad because all you're going to be saying is where the fuck was that at the beginning of the season and throughout the season. So I think that that's what we're going to see here for Brett Hunter in this next game. That he's going to have players that are going to finally overperform instead of underperform.
Okay. All right. So you got Bray Hunter. I'm gonna make my pick. I'm gonna use 5 words: knee, foot, back, shoulder, groin. That's what the 4 words I'm gonna use. He got all these players injured and questionable in the lineup. Matthew Golden, he ain't got nowhere to go up and down. He gonna have to put Cadillac in there, I think. Jack might still play, but Jack might be breaking down this season. Jack might have had a worst injury season of his career. And so with that being said, I think Twin gonna get the win. I'm taking Twin. That's what we separate on this off the rip.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
on the next one, we got Detroit or nothing going against the Collins.
This the week.
Huh?
Oh, this the week we're gonna catch up with you.
Okay. I feel what you're saying.
And who you taking in this game?
Uh Detroit or nothing or the Collins. I hate to say it, man. I'm gonna take the Collins.
I'm surprised. I'm
I'm gonna
shocked.
take the Collins. Now listen, I don't even make emotional. I really have a bone to pick with the Collins, but everybody heard my rant on Sunday, and I stand by it. But especially with the type of football they played this year, that also, in addition to what I said Sunday. But yeah, man, I'm a football smart man. I don't think with emotions. I think I'm a business person. I think with numbers, and they just got more going on than Detroit or nothing. At this point, they got a Doomsday Adams, two pivotal players in the lineup that are coming off injuries, are not gonna be their best, even if they are still out there, and they ain't even playing no head coach.
Well, for me, I
Because
think
head coaches out there that can give you 2 points.
yeah, it is. But I think that even when they put P. Mahomes in there, there's still going to be a drastic difference in projection between the two. So I feel like that you still I think it's still gonna be like a 25, maybe 30 point projection, even when he put B Mahomes in. So I feel like that this is gonna be an easy cruising victory for MBK. And I think that people sneeze at like MBK by losing by 80 last week, but they still scored 162. So and that's with Henderson being on the bench with the 38.9. I feel like MBK is prime to do a lot of upsetting of people uh, the rest of this season. So people got to really watch out for MBK. I feel like for the rest of the season. So I'm picking MBK.
I think we might separate on this one. Let me see where you go with it. They got the better team going against Phil Belichick. It's a 51-49 projection. I'm gonna hand off to you, and then you're gonna pitch it back to me.
So
Who
what?
you got?
I'm gonna try to steal one right here, y'all, because the team that I think that's gonna actually win the game, I'm not gonna pick. But so I'm gonna try to steal one right here. I'm gonna take Phil B. I mean, I don't think that they're gonna actually win. I think that with the players that they have in the game. I just don't think that they're going to be able to pull it out. But I'm going to take a flyer on them this week because they do have a few players, standout players, that if they perform up to their capabilities, then they can pull this game out. So I'm going to take Phil B.
Okay, I see you trying to steal. Yeah, man, we just trying to seal the deal, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got to get this one. We going on the 500. that's a place we don't want to be. We don't even want to be at 500 to begin with. We had an opportunity to be 2 games above 500. We've lost 2 in a row, so we got to right the ship. We can't continue to just lose the streak. We got to go ahead and get that out the way. We have the players to get it done. We have the matchups to get it done. We have favor on our side. We've had some things that happen in our favor. We got some guys that didn't have great matchups. I mean, great production the last couple of weeks were enough, especially last week. I think they will make amends for themselves and step their production game up. We made some changes. We shaking some things up in this lineup. We aren't gonna stay uh, status quo. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna stay status quo, man. You understand? We got some more shit might be changing. You know what I'm saying? We might do some different flexes. Who knows what we may do going forward? We got to check this shit out, man. You got some other things going on. We got to check on the Swift situation. We don't know what's going on with the Swift situation. If Swift would not be playing this week, might bring that young dog up in the flex. That changes things. We might actually have a good running back trio this week. Wow, we haven't had that going on since early this season. We could have a 3-headed monster at running back, a mini one, not nothing super major, but shit, stay tuned. But that's called hard work. There's some trades we could have made, some trades we did make. You know what I'm saying? The RJ Harvey trade might be a good enough trade that we did make. His time is up, man. Sometimes you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Shit. So we're gonna see, man. We got to get it done anyway. We got to get it did. We 1 game behind. Maybe the wild card ain't the way to go, man. Maybe we need to get the division. We got a division way. We'll get the division. We seal the deal. We can really lock it down for real. You understand me? So maybe it's not the wild card. Maybe it's the number 3 seed. So or number 2. Still a lot of football to be played. We still have an outside chance to get the number 2 seed.
Let me say this. Both of you guys are at a crossroads right now. You're both 5-5. This is such an important game for both sides of the ledger because it could come down to a head-to-head matchup. And with these few amount of games left, this victory is so important for the better team and so important for Phil Belichick. You can't even bring it into words about both of them need to win this game to have that head-to-head matchup because you don't know how these final games going to finish out.
No, we do not. No, we do not. And this listen, shout out to the administration for this schedule. Man, this schedule is we couldn't have asked for anything better than this schedule, the way this shit's shaking out. We got NNG going against Coach Tommy Lewis. This is a separation game of the division leaders. They both vying. Let's talk about that. They both vying for that number 2 seed.
Yeah.
This game right here is gonna have a lot of impact on that number 2 seed and who gets it.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. Early the projection is Coach Tommy underdog going against No Nuts No Glory. They projected at 174 points to 162. Man, look at that projection. I gotta get deeper. I gotta dig a little deeper. Damn, I didn't mean to erase that. I erased the wrong shit. We gotta get a little deeper than that. Why they got them so high? Okay, Swift 18. Limited practice, hip injury.
Yeah, I know who I'm taking. I want to see who you taking.
If he ain't in there, Stevenson is out. He don't have another room, man.
See, I'm gonna go on. I'm taking Coach Lewis. I really don't want to take Coach Lewis, but I told you in the text message that Draper going off of projections with Stevenson. Even if Stevenson played, I don't think Stevenson gonna have no 17-point impact in the game when they got Henderson after what he did the last few games, especially last week. So I'm going with Coach Lewis reluctantly, but yeah, that's what I'm going with.
I just don't like that love land.
Well,
That
go.
love land, that love land, just that just I don't like it. But he got Jerry Judy in there. He had one string of duty, and now you going with Jerry Judy. Uh, you going bench worthy. Wow. This is really man. This is I know. See, I don't want to go with my heart because if I go with my heart, of course I want Coach Lewis to beat No Nuts No Glory. That's my heart because that brings them that no matter what happens to me, they don't advance.
Yeah, yeah.
They can either stay the same or pull closer, a little bit closer, 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 baby. Come on, a little closer. And that's what we trying to get a little closer, man. But some telling me to take Drake. Some tell me to take Drake. But I'm gonna go ahead and take No Nuts, No Glory over Coach Lewis
Uh,
for this just this week. Um, hold on, right quick. Hold on. Let me pull you up on the big screen. I gotta do something right quick. Uh, man, I gotta. Who you think out of these two will win the
number
number
two
two
seed.
seed? That's what I want to ask you right quick.
Oh, out of them two, uh,
Yeah, right now, if you just we just guessing.
I mean, I gotta think Coach Lewis because I think that NNG falling apart the rest of the season. So I think that Coach Lewis, I think that if he don't stumble in his own division them last 3 games, then he got the number two seed locked.
Okay, I feel that. All right, shit. Let's go ahead and move into this next matchup. I mean, it's obviously who you gonna take, so I'm just gonna give you the opportunity to expound on why you gonna roll this week. MMT need this win. The early projection is too much to not enough. 193 to 164 down at 30 points. You know, if everything holds the same, this won't even be a matchup of any significance. It'll be just business as usual, as a he who remains say. Uh, but why
Look,
is what the people want to know.
look, I've been waiting on this day. This is the actual first game that my entire new team, everybody is going to play together. This is the first game. So I am just over the moon, ecstatic that I actually get to have everybody in the lineup together for the first time. And that is really what I'm more delighted to see more than anything, to see them all play together finally. And when you look at my lineup, I basically have a 20-point score at every position, at every skill position. The only person that's not 20, I think, is Jordan Love at 19 and change. So, I mean, this is what I expected when I drafted the way I drafted. This is what I expected when I traded the way I traded. That to have these players that are undeniable, and that's what I feel like that I have put together. So,
Misinformation.
huh?
That's disinformation, man. That shit is not true.
What's not true?
You don't have a 20-point player every offensive position.
I said except for Jordan Love.
Fanning.
Well, okay. You know what, y'all? Nobody's never gonna have a tight end. I thought that's really understood. Everybody that's out there watching. So, but let me clear that up, y'all. I'm not talking
Somebody do
about,
have a tight end that's on the purposes of 20 points.
but he not. They don't got it projected. You
19.31.
Well, I mean, but he's still not a 20. And you know he talking about, y'all. I know he talking about McBride. because he is the best tight end in the league by far, and he been getting the targets since Brissett been in there. That's allowing him to shine like even like Kyler never made him shine. So I did what he's saying, but like I say, I'm not. I guess I need to throw that caveat out there, y'all. Not talking the tight end because
Oh, okay. Yep. There you
because
go.
tight ends, in my opinion, you won't never see them projected to do a 20. And I give it to McBride this season. He averaging almost an 18 this season, which is wide receiver numbers. So that's where the stratosphere he done propelled himself in this season.
You actually have three people under 20. I
Huh?
mean, you actually have three people under 20, is what the people tell me.
Who is that?
Jordan Love averages 18.55. CD Lamb averages 19.84, and Harold Fanning Jr. averages 9.31. Now I do applaud you. If
So
you, yeah, I mean, if you want some roses or something,
they don't move
or a
CD
pat
off.
on the back, let's give him a pat on the back, y'all.
They don't move CD off the 20. Okay. They don't move him off the 20. That's
Pat
cool.
on the back. He misspoke,
They, they,
but it's
they,
close. It's close. I mean, goddamn. Shit, you know what I'm
look,
saying?
look, look. That's
Look, Freight Train James.
look. That's cool that they got it like that. Man, I'm not. Look. Mike has a decent team. He has Saquon Barkley, and but I'm glad Kamara this is bye week, so he had finally had a good game again after a while last week. So it's good to not have to be facing him. You know what I'm saying? So I think that with Kamara being out, I think that helps me more. So I mean, I think that we're gonna cruise to a victory though.
Mm, he is out, ain't he? I didn't even notice that. Wow, what you walling? That boy probably finna go up too. Ain't nobody even got him either. Uh, yeah, like I say, man. I'm gonna take.
Mike,
Man, yeah, I mean, take the high caps, man. Goddamn, it's
I thought you were
ridiculous.
gonna take Mike for the upset. Like
Yeah. This ain't upset week. I ain't calling no upset week, man. I'm not. Listen, hey, man. You know my philosophy. You got to show me on the field, man. Yeah, you've been up and down. You're going against a juggernaut. You're going against one of the ones this year. And so, hey, man. If you do it, I'd rather be wrong than take you and be wrong. I'm sorry to be that as the case, but I'm a straightforward type of nigga, man. I ain't gonna sugarcoat shit. Moving right along, man. We're going to get into this game of the week. That's so it's called, because it features our top team, 9 in a row. They're putting 9 in a row on the line. That's more valuable than anything else I've seen out there. So we're calling this the game of the week. Both teams above 500, something to play for. The Mac of the Year wants that number one seed. Rubens want to secure, the Rowdies want to secure a playoff spot, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna take me long. I already got who I got. I will get into the specifics with y'all, because I know y'all out there want to hear the specifics, man. You know what I'm saying? They got the hold on, what a graphics team, man. What y'all doing? Oh, okay, there you go. 196 to 169, change the 6 and the 9 around, and that's what you got. What's that? 27 points. Yeah, this is like 27. 9 in a row, 9 in a row on the line. The Rowdies got rowdy last week. I want to see. Oh, damn. He only got 13 to play. So actually, he might can put 200 in a projection.
that must be the
Ah,
case.
he got the coach. He got a head. He got to be head coach. Let me see. Yeah, he got the coach, head coach. He don't want to let him go. He wrestled him away from me because I had to cut him. I did it. So he don't want to get it. He don't want to let them go. He don't want to cut Bethune. I guess he want to keep Bonner, the Dolphins head coach. Hmm. or maybe he'll start hit Dolphins head coach. So one 90 what 98. He can get to 198. He might could get better than that as we go to the head coach real quick. Just real quick. I'm just go to the head coach. Yeah, they ain't got number 1 points over there, one threes and shit like that.
Yeah.
So he said he probably say fuck it. I would start a head coach. Uh, I know you would start a head coach. Yeah, I'm taking the Mac of the year. I forgot to go through the shit, but the Rowdies, May, Javante. Hey, listen, these niggas playing above their skis, man. You know what I'm saying? He got Algier. What the fuck is going on? Oh, he put Bijan at flex. Oh,
He
he
had
gave Algier the number one, the
but
R two spot in significance. See, yeah, that means something to me. You know, I put niggas in certain spots based off how I feel about it. You got to earn them spots. If you're a flex, you know, you're not gonna be my number two running back, number one running back, number one running back. But you know, that's neither here nor there. Rico got a quad. He gonna be all right. He ain't give me no reason to think he ain't gonna eat. Chase ain't gonna no reason to think he ain't gonna eat. I know who you gonna take. That Hunter Henry is actually at a 10. A 10.
yeah, yeah, 10.
Got 100 points on the season after 10 games. That's 10 games, put points a game. He had a 1-9 last week, but I don't think the Riley's gonna give it that Riley, man. I'm taking the Mac of the year. Cook 25, 23 from JSN, 22 from Chase, 26 from Rico, 24 from. He got just as many 20s as you got,
I know.
but he got more double figures than you do in the starting offense. Actually, more 20s too. That now that I look at it more in depth, he got one, two, three, four, five, and then a 18 and a 10. You got an 18 and an 18. I mean, a 19 and an 18 and a 9.
Y'all heard this shit.
You got five too, though. One, two, three. My triple four, five. Yeah, you still got it. How that work out?
Cause I
You
told
got four. You got four. You ain't got five. But anyway, who you got? You gonna take the Rowdies because you just want them niggas to lose? What's
well,
happening?
well, I told you that the Mac of the year is on
Yeah,
the.
you got four. That's what you got four. Go
I told
ahead.
you the Mac of the year is on an underperformance scale right now. So I think that this is gonna be Bijan. He gonna have a big week this week. I think Drake May gonna continue to have a big week. I think you're gonna get 30 from Drake May. You're gonna get 30 from Bijan. And
Mm.
you gonna get 25 from Javante Williams. So I think all three of them playing above their skis. The only thing I worry about that is that if Bijan is playing that high of a level, then does that leave anything for Algier to contribute or add? But I think that Rico is. I think look, man, Rico has played great this year, but I think that it's time for Rico to come back down to earth. I think that JSN had a concussion in the game last week. He came back in the game, but we don't know what kind of effect that those things can linger and have. And I think that Chase, I think that they got him like projected too high. So I think there's going to be some underperforming for this continuing for the Juice and the Mac of the year. And I think that that 27-point projection, it looked wide when players meet that projection, but it don't look wide when they underperform and then the other team overperform. So I'm taking Ruben's Rowdy team to come out on top this week in the biggest upset of the year.
Our statistical department just detected something. Uh, Rico Dowdle didn't practice today.
Mm, mm,
He did not practice. He has a quad
mm.
injury.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, look. This is how
Hold on.
magical. This how magical this shit can be.
Hold
Rico,
on.
Rico.
He doesn't have any backup running backs on the bench, nor does he have any other viable
I know,
receivers
I know.
on the bench. I mean, he could flex Barner, but he doesn't, or Lassiter, but he doesn't have any replacement for RB2. That ain't even a flex.
Mm-mm.
I mean, he could put Cook at 2, but then he have to flex somebody. Oh, damn, that's like 20 points.
Yeah, yeah,
176 to 169.
yeah, yeah.
But this was what I will say. Algier will underperform. You don't expect him to have 2 touchdowns this week.
Well, they
Um,
got him as a 9, I think. So they not asking for a lot.
I don't think he gonna get necessarily that. I think the Bijan will get by right at 25, and it's gonna take that against Carolina because that ain't gonna be Carolina is not nothing to sneeze at on
No,
defensive
they not.
line.
No, they not.
On the defensive line. So they're not really just going to give Algier everything he had last week. I don't believe. I think he will come back to the regular Algier you knew the week before the 20. Somewhere in between the 10.2 he had in week 8 and the 0.6 he had in week 9.
He said the 0.6.
So
So you telling me you taking Juice the Mac of the year regardless if Rico play or not?
I think he'll if he get word that Rico don't play, he'll go get Devin Singletary. He'll go get Christian Rodriguez. He'll go get Isaac Davis. He'll go get Blake Corum. He'll go get Brian Robinson. He'll go get one of those guys, and he'll get as much as he gonna get from Algier. It's
Look,
gonna be a push.
let me say this. It's deadly important for Juice, the Mac of the year, that Rico play next week. Let me just say that.
I mean, you can't expect to ride the Rico wave the whole season. You know,
I mean, I wouldn't say I
he
wouldn't.
has never been that type of back, even when he was with the Cowboys. Yes, he has had a reemergence, and he has been way better for Carolina than he has ever been for the Cowboys. Let's say that. We will say that. But the fact of the matter is, he hasn't showed ever that he's built for all that type of workload consistently. And at some point, you got to tell yourself he might hit a little wall. You know, maybe not in production, but just physically.
Physically. He just might break down because he at first he wasn't doing all of that. Now y'all got him doing all of this more than he was doing. I mean, that could take a physical toll where he might have to take out a week or two.
Yeah, I think he gonna have to. I'm like I say, I'm still taking the Mac of the year. So like I got bread, you got Mac. I got Mac Twin, you got bread. We both took it the college. I took myself. You took Phil. You took Lewis. I took Hugh. No nuts, no glory. We both took you. So we only went together on my bro and you. And
Yeah,
then you took the Riders, and I took Mac of the year.
yeah.
Uh, I think it's clear who's gonna win this week. It's me. I might go undefeated this week. You never know. Shit, that's been our show at the for this. Man, we're gonna go to overtime. We got a couple of questions. We got to get this in for our viewers. I don't know if you caught this first question. Yeah, we went to that one. He said he traded JT for Kyron. Let's bring the first question up for our viewers if y'all didn't catch it. This is what he said his lineup was. This is Alex. Um, then he came back and said he traded and CD. Who won? Traded JT for Kyron and CD.
Oh my! You know what?
Oh,
That's
right now.
that's some similar shit that I was trying to do, but of course I wasn't giving up no CD Lamb. So look, oh man, that's tough. That's a tough question But I
That
think
is a tough fucking
I, I,
question.
I think you won the trade though. I still got to say you won it because you got Kyron Williams that's going to get you 18 to 20, and you got
He had
C.
25 last week.
Yeah, 25 last week. Then you had CD Lamb. He had 20 some the week before
The
that
week
too.
before that too. Yeah.
So so
Hold
so
on, I'm gonna bring him up right now. Let's see. Let's bring up Kyron Williams stats. Stat department. He had 26 last week, 25 the week before. They had a bye week. He had an 11. Then he had a 20, 36, 15, 24, 14, 18. That's the season.
yeah. Cause he done boosted up his average, I think, to like 21 and change now.
I'm gonna say this right here, and I don't know y'all lineups. If he got a lineup like my kinfolk right here, he won. Because if you had that type of firepower to that type of lineup, that's like a whole run. So that's Babe Ruth and Barry Bonds in the lineup at the same fucking time. Like what we talked about here. Uh, nigga, the man just had a 66. Man, give him his 2 points. Who gives a fuck? The NFL app should have gave it to him anyway. Point two. It ain't 2 points. It's point two. Who gave a fuck? Man, you could have just put that shit on there and made it even 66. Uh, I'm not trading away no fucking JT. I don't give a fuck who is it for. Skyrim and CD. If you ain't got nothing else going on over there, you got to trade away JT. I understand. If you got injuries like I got it, you got to bust down JT for Kyron and CD. I ain't mad at you. You got to give me more of your lineup for me to really give it to you. But off face value, I'm not fucking trading JT. I don't give a fuck.
So,
He averaged 34 points a game.
so explain to us then, because I definitely would make that trade. I feel like he won on the trade. So explain to everybody, why do you feel like that you wouldn't win the trade by having CeeDee Lamb and Kyron Williams? Why wouldn't you win that trade?
Because if my team is still strong and formidable, like I got two good receivers, I got another RB2, I got a cool tight end, I got a nice flex, and I got a couple options on the bench. I'm not getting rid of JT. I'm keeping my motherfucking thoroughbred. I'm keeping my horse. I'm keeping my Michael Jordan that's gonna make the rest of the team go. You know what I'm saying? Me, he's 65 in our league, guaranteed. If he was on my team, guaranteed I won. Anybody on team he's been on, if they would have lost, it would have been an embarrassment. You can't have that type of riches and lose. That's the difference between a win or loss. 34 points a game. That's why you can't just you that 34 and one. You might get okay. Let's just say for the sake of shits and giggles, you got both of them. But CD been on the type of shit he been on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get the 25 from Kyron Williams, but what CD gave you minus the bye week? Hold on, let's go back. This
16.
is what CD. This is what CD gave you. Oh, he in the lineup for you. I'm tripping. This is what he gave you in that same time span. He gave you 26, 14, 15. Okay, you take that 15, that 14, take that 15 plus the 25. Let's just say Kyrie is really gonna give you a 20. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he gave you 25 a couple games, but he gonna really give you about a 20 ball. So 20 and 15 is 35. I'd rather have Jonathan Taylor give me that, and then I got another nigga on my bench give me an 18 and 20 to match with that, to go with that, because I got a nigga that can give me 35. I'm gonna take that one nigga that motivate the whole squad, that bring the whole game with him. You gotta have that dog.
So are
He
you
the dog.
so you saying that CD Lamb is really regulated to not scoring 20 for the rest of the year?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying he do got Dak Prescott as a quarterback. That's all I'm saying. And then he got another rival receiver that want to eat and get paid too. You know
So
what I'm
what,
saying?
so when you said that about Dak, was you putting Dak down by saying that, or
I'm
I'm not?
saying Dak, he been on some good highs, mostly when CD wasn't there. Uh, but then he been on some lows here right now, and that's when CD there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what count.
So let me ask you this. So if both of them going forward for the rest of the season, the next 4 games, if they both average 20 a game, average, you know what I'm saying, over the next 4 games, and Jonathan Taylor, let's just say he averaged that 34. You don't think that other situation is better with the 220s?
I'm gonna tell you why not. Because if they average 40 and Jonathan Taylor averaged 34, That's two people averaging 40. If I got another nigga averaging 18 with my 34, and I'm still consistent, and I don't have to feel the void. See, he must have had to feel the void. Now, if you got injuries and you fucked up, that's another story. You
But
know what I'm saying?
how many people gonna have two receivers that is averaging 18 or more? How many? Think about that. How many people got that though?
Okay, you're right. 15. That's still 45 over 40 for two positions. I'm still winning. I'm still winning.
But look, you
Then
could
I
be.
got another nigga to put with it, and another nigga. He got, like I say, he got had to been fucked up to Jerry JT. I'm saying in a perfect world, I'm not fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I don't have multiple injuries throughout the lineup. I actually pick some players that okay, they give me a 16. They don't give me a 22. But I got a 34 to put it with a 16.
To me, you don't make that trade if you got a lineup like I got.
That's
Then,
what I started off my premise saying though.
but what I'm saying, no, I'm saying if you got the lineup I have, then you don't trade JT. But I'm saying, how many people got that lineup though? That's what I'm saying.
Even with my lineup doing what they doing, uh I I I would rather have JT to put in the mix with Addison 13.
Okay, let's use this as an
So
example.
34-13 against 40. Who
Let's use
winning?
this
Who
example.
winning? Who winning?
I'm saying let's use this as an example.
No, you said 2020 for Kyron and CD. Now I'm getting 34 and 13 out of Addison. Who winning?
I I still would you will be winning on the projection side.
No,
You will be
I'm actually getting that. That's the points I'm getting. They just say I average that the rest of the way, just like you average 40 of the rest of the way. So
and then
your two players against my
you got
two
to
players. Your
46.
shit look glamorous, but the reality of it is I got a 34-point player in the 14-point player. I'm gonna give myself 14 now. So now who winning? I'm 48. I mean I'm 58. No, 48 and you
48.
40. I'm 48 and you 40. Two players though. Two players. Your two players are
I
CD
think
and Kyron. They're 20 average the rest of the way. I
I
got
think
34 and 14.
I think I'm still taking CD Lamb and
Shit,
Kyrie
nah.
because I think CD has more chance to boom, 100 million chances to boom over Addison. So that like I that's why
The nigga just supersonic boom. He went for 65. What are we talking about here?
I'm, we not talking
What
about
are
him.
we talking? What
We
are we
talking about
talking about?
Addison. I was talking about Addison.
I didn't
I'm
need
not,
Addison. He told Addison here, man, here's a drink on me. Put this on some of your points. I got so many points. You can go put this on your little bit ass team.
okay, look. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this squad as an example. MBK squad. Let's say that they had traded C Mac, I'm saying, for Kyron Williams and CD. Now,
Okay.
now that means that he is now saying, I'm gonna move Higgins out and I'm gonna move CD in Higgins spot and I'm gonna move Kyron in C Mac spot. Now, to me, he has now took his lineup to a whole nother level, in my opinion, now. But you would say, well, now he giving up a 31, 32 point player. You know what I'm saying? So, like, like my thing is this right here. Them projections that a nigga got, like he got that 34 projection. As we seen, that 60, he can score 65. We did see that. So we can't about to take that away from it. But that is what elevated his shit to the 34 that he's at. Like
You
he jumped like 3 points. So
you
let's say
talking about his 34-point projection. I'm talking about his 34-point average.
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking
That
about
ain't projection. That's an average. He averaged that.
I know, and I'm saying that only came to fruition because of the 65. He was like at 30 or 31 before that. So I'm saying that's how drastic shit can change. So if he come back around and have an 11 point game next week, then
I don't think he capable.
he already did it.
I'm saying going forward, I don't think he capable.
And
Not an 11-point
they
game,
got a
probably like
harder
16.
they got a harder schedule going forward than they have behind them. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, we're gonna check it out. That's one thing we ain't gotta worry about. We're gonna see. The shit sure. But my philosophy is if you got a player like that, a once in a seasonal type player, you just don't trade them. You
Yeah,
know,
that's how you
I
feel.
be- I believe that your star player is also the bloodline of your team. You know what I'm saying? So if you get rid of the heartbeat of your team, the vein, you wouldn't trade Jameer Gibbs. You wouldn't even put him up for discussion because he's like the heartbeat of your team. You know what I'm
And
saying? You
look,
certain players like that, unless you fucked up, that is, you just don't even entertain trading.
look. Now let me say this. Okay, I don't even know if nobody would like offer me something like this. But if somebody had told me they would trade me Kyron Williams and CeeDee Lamb for Jameer Gibbs, you telling me you don't think I'd do that? Is that what you telling me?
Well, he don't really average as much as okay. I don't know. Would you? I guess that's a good question. You would?
Hell
So you
the
saying you
fuck
would?
yeah, I would do that. Are you? I mean, look, I don't know where this shit that came from with you and CD Lamb, but you was just praising this nigga as the best fantasy nigga ever a few like last year, 2 years ago or whatever.
It was 2 years ago. It wasn't last year. It was a year before that when he knocked me out the championship
Yeah,
from going
you
to the Super Bowl in the championship game.
and you and you we was just talking about it early
He ain't
this
same
season.
since then. I wish he would have been the nigga he is now. Then shit, he talking about. I didn't get blowed out by much. It was like 140, 158 to like 149 type shit, some shit like that. It happened.
But all of a sudden now, CD,
He been injured and he ain't been to CeeDee Lamb 2 years ago. But I still fuck with him. Um, I'm 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 anticipating what he gonna do this Monday night. I have my sofa. I'll be pulled up with my feet up. You know, I got a lot of stake on that game. You know what I mean? I got a couple players, couple 3 players that I got. I got one of them got an eye on, and I got a couple of them that's on the field. That's gonna be on the field that game, man. So yeah,
so I
CDs. I'm gonna
what
definitely see CD out there.
look, I want to tell
I'm mad I couldn't get him.
what's his Gene Teeks. I want to tell Gene Teeks
Gene
uh
Cheeks.
yeah, like antiques as Gene.
Yeah.
I want to tell him, man. My philosophy, and I tell anybody this: uh, don't hold no player to no high caliber to where you feel like that you can't trade them, because you don't know what kind of haul you can get for that player. Now, I mean, look, Bebo, like I said, he was asking for a lot, but he did put the guy up for trade, but he was asking for a hell of a lot. But sometimes that's what you gotta ask for if you finna part with a player like that. You gotta be asking for something that you don't really expect for somebody to say yes to. But if you put it out there, you never know what somebody might say yes to though. So I mean, uh, uh so let me ask you: would you have traded then C Mac for Kyron Williams, Junkins, and Gasson?
C Mac for Kyron Williams, Junkin and Gas. And at this point, I think Kyron Williams and Junkins is equivalent to C Mac as it is. Yeah, I would. I think I could have did that, especially
So
if I had got off to a slow start. Yeah, I was. That's worth shaking up.
so
That's worth shaking up for.
so so hold on. So it's a difference there between C Mac and JT. I'm just want to make sure I'm understanding what you're
It
saying.
ain't much of a difference, but there's definitely a difference.
So
You have to acknowledge the difference. You can't sweep it under the rug because you're
C-Mac
saying that,
was just
oh
the number one player in all of fantasy last week.
yeah, but C Mac ain't did nothing like how JT do it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So this,
JT was way
so
more
this one
explosive than
game,
C.
so that one game just assuaged you then.
No, I think C Mac is explosive, but he ain't as explosive as JT. Let's go look at. We can pull the numbers up. I mean, if
But
you
I'm
want
saying,
to.
how wasn't he when he was the number one
Well,
for all of fantasy football last week?
let's pull. All we gotta do is pull the numbers. Let's see. Uh, 341 points. Yeah, I guess you're saying he take away 25 points, so he would have 24 points. They'd be right there. C Mac had a 21. I get what you're saying. They
What
basically they basically on the same trajectory,
exactly?
except for he boomed harder than C Mac.
Yeah, that one game. That one game.
Let's look deeper inside the numbers then. Okay, 29, 26, 28, 32, 33, 24, 46, 11, 43, 21. So we got two 40-point games. One, two, three, four, five 20-point games, and one, two 30-point games, lowest of 11.6. That's C Mac. Who's number two? Jonathan Taylor, 18, 37, 39, 19, 36, 30, 38, 44, 11, the 11 match, and 65.
So guess what?
One, two, three, four, five 30-point games, no 20-point games, two teenage games, a 40 and a 60.
So guess what?
He's clearly better.
C-Mac matches him with two games over 40.
Yeah, but he only got 230s.
But guess what?
One,
He
two,
don't.
three,
He only got
four,
one team too.
520s. He got 520s though. He got
He
change
got.
for five. He got change for 100. That's
He
a
got.
change.
He got one team while he got two.
18, 19, and 11. That's the lowest for JT. 18, 19, 11. C Mac
So he got three teams.
is yeah, 18, 19, 11. C Mac
That
only
they work
11.
out.
Only an 11. That's he don't go no teenagers. Everything else is 26 or better.
So what are we talking
No,
about?
21 or better. 21 or better. 21 or better.
What
Yeah.
what are,
Yeah.
what are we talking about, man?
Yeah. 301 points. 341. I mean, it's one game, but shit, man, you gotta get a man his change, man. Get it to
Look,
him.
I,
Get
I,
it to him. Get it to him. You gotta
I,
get it to
I'm
him.
giving him his props that he the number one leader right now in all of fantasy football in points scored right now.
I mean, H ain't in the sneeze at 19, 29, 19, 23, 19, 38, 17, 24, 20, 50.
I know, I know. I want to thank Phil Belichick for making that deal. You know what I'm saying? He got a haul in that deal.
Man, he ain't get shit.
He got Gatson that had been lighting it up in double figures for like 3-4 games in a row at the tight end
He
position.
definitely got off guessing right before he got hurt. He sure did flip that for some players. That was a good move for him.
But he
Uh,
can't. But how's it a good move for him when the players he traded him for are trash?
shit, they equal more value than Gatson. I guess it's called depth. I don't know. Gatson wasn't playing for him anyway. He got McBride. So what we talking about?
He could have ran a double tight.
With a 4 point something and hurt?
Well, I'm talking about.
If you want to do a double tight, he should put Schultz in there. He's been double figures like the last 3 weeks.
I'm saying,
18,
I'm saying
19.
the 4.3 that's playing Monday morning quarterback. But you didn't know that beforehand that was gonna happen. He had double figures in 3-4 straight games.
Yeah. I mean, but the fact remains. Like he who remains, the fact remains. We just
Nah.
gonna go with the facts. Facts is the facts. The truth is the truth. We gotta acknowledge the truth. We can't leave the truth out the statement. The truth is in the numbers. That's what we go. Numbers. Men lie, women lie. Numbers is eternal.
Look,
So
look,
say you.
look.
So say the world.
All I'm saying is that C-Mac and JT can be interchangeable because we he done shown you that he can have a team game. He done did it 3 times this season. So C-Mac come out and have another 40-point game. I bet C-Mac have another 40-point game before this year is over. I bet he do. So
You do. What
uh,
about okay? What about you? JT. He gonna have another 40-point game.
I don't know about that, but I think he gonna have a few more 30-point games. I do believe that, but I think that he has a high possibility with his schedule that he got ahead of him to have a couple of duds by his standard.
By his standard, yeah.
You know, so
Believe that.
because if you average in 34 and you score 17, then that's a dud.
All right, we got another question in there. We got shout out to our viewers. We got quite a few viewers in here. My wide receivers after injuries are Addison. I got Addison too. Slayton, Trey Tucker, and Terry. Scary Terry. My running backs are Saquon, Dowdle, Chase Brown, and Aaron Jones. I was offered to get Pickens and Kyron for Rico Dowdle and Addison. Worth it? Pickens and Kyron for Rico and Addison.
Hell,
Yeah, I think I take that. Hell, yeah, I take
hell.
way more upside and more. One thing we know,
Oh, he was offered Pickens, and I thought he was trading Pickens and Kyron. Oh,
he
no, he
said
was
it was
offered
offered.
them. Then
Worth
you
it?
better
Is
think
it worth it?
you better run to the goddamn bank and cash that check.
Rico Dowdle gonna break down, and Addison ain't. It ain't Addison fault. It's JJ McCarthy fault. JJ
Yeah,
McCarthy is not capable of reading the defenses enough to get Addison. They've been keeping Addison closer to the line of scrimmage. If you notice last game, they're not sending him deep down the field like they should be because I don't think that JJ can get past the read of JJ. He come out the. I seen him do a play action. He turned around. His head swung so fast to go look or throw it wherever Justin Jefferson was. That shit was crazy. He ain't looking for nobody else. He ain't even look up just to see if a nigga was over the top.
man.
So
Let me tell you this, man. Sea Dog 2, you better say, man, you better make that trade. Hopefully, if it's been offered, what offered usually mean is not no talk over the phone or through text. That somebody
that they
actually
sent
sent
to.
you the offer, and if that's the case, you should be hitting that button right goddamn now, saying to self.
What's y'all? What is y'all trade deadline? We switched ours up. I was late, and then we synced it with the NFL trade deadline. What is y'all trade deadline like?
Shit, look,
Because you shouldn't have too much more time to be able to even accept that deal.
yeah,
So
yeah,
if you gonna do it, you might as well do it yesterday. That's what
man.
I say.
Pickens and Kyron, come on, man. So he gonna then he'll have Saquon, Kyron, and Chase Brown as his running backs. I mean, cause
Yeah,
this
that both of your receiver room because your receiver room trash, my boy.
boy, boy, and I don't. I wonder what like how many what is this? This must be a 16-man league down there. Something you would say for him to have Trey Tucker and Terry. What the hell?
He said only thing that scares me is how good Rico has been.
But I mean, Kyron, look, see dog.
Rico have hit for a couple of 40s
He
and some
have,
30s,
he have,
36 last week.
he have. Rico been good in a motherfucker. But what I'm gonna say is Pickens is better than Addison with Dak Prescott throwing him the ball, and Kyron is gonna prove to be a better player for the rest of the season than what Rico Dowdle is going to be. If and at worst they're going to be equal. So you still improving your receiving core with Pickens over Addison.
We got a week and a half to the trade deadline. He said he lost Evans and Tyreek Hill to injuries at wide receiver.
Oh,
Listen, I'm the last person you want to talk about losing
that
players to
make it a
injury.
little better. That make the receiving core a little better.
Yeah, I can see how it went bad.
That make it a little better.
Neighbors, Connors, O, Hunter, Reed, Gadsden.
Hey, everybody that's out here that just tuning in and hearing us answer these questions, I want to let everybody know I'm 9-1. You know,
He's in the high castle.
I
Man in the high castle. You guys, you look up there, and you see him looking down at you every so often.
yeah. My squad, we super loaded. You know what I'm saying? So,
The great swindler.
uh, look,
Listen, y'all gotta call him by name, man. So you know who he is. I'm just saying, no shade. Facts are the fact, but when you are able to do those type of moves, hey man, boo hoo to those who do the trade with him. That's all I say. Boo hoo to those who do the trade with him. Because listen, if you go give up A-Chain for Kyron Williams by itself, sound crazy to me.
don't look. See, don't let him tell y'all that shit. I traded Kyron Williams. I traded Gadsden, the tight end, for the Chargers before he got hurt, and I traded Gary Wilson for Devon A-Chan. You know that was I could do the haul.
I'm just talking about the insight. The insight says after all the smoke cleared and the land has been levied, the only thing you got to show for is Kyron Williams. It's a cold world, boy. Cold world.
The A-Chan just went off for that 50 ball, man.
Could have used that. I guarantee you would have won. You'd have matched that 65 with that 50, boy. That was a monumental game.
Man, say, man. A 50 on one side and 65 on the other side.
You'd have been like, nigga, okay, yeah, you went for 65, I went for 50 though, and we won the game.
But
But they'd have most definitely won the game with that 50,
But
I guarantee you.
Guess what?
He'd have had 200.
Guess what? It was still monumental for my team because I got Gibbs with the 44.5. So I had two players to score 44 or more. Come on. I ain't even talking about that on the show, y'all. I just let that go. That's another first thing that's happened in the history of the league. Two players to score over 44. Come on, man.
That's why we talking about it right now.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how we do.
Man, look at this free agent shit. I want to do what kind of y'all got fab money out there, or y'all do waiver wire. We got caught doing the waiver wire, but you still got to work. It don't even matter.
Yeah. He don't he only like the free agent money, but I mean, however it shakes, it shake,
I think it just added a little bit more competitive.
Oh, really?
Add another level of competition. I'm big on competition. I like to compete and win. Spit, see who spit the bar, flip the knuckles, tossing the quarters up against the side of the house, shooting dice, all the shit, Madden, whatever, you know what I mean? He popped me at Madden. I had to turn around and play Rude Boy last night. Rude Boy had beat me the game before.
And
My
what?
shit was glitching and everything. I don't even know why my car's glitching. I pay good money for this shit. You know what I'm saying? First play of the game, the nigga tipped the ball. My nigga jump up, knock it in the air. Blanket ship jump in the air and catch it. Make a nigga miss. Go start touring to the house. Think I got it. All of a sudden, I see here come Jack. No Jack fast coming to the sideline. Hit the look. Half a high step to the right inside. Shook Jack. Came back to the left with the step on. Ran it all the way in. Touchdown. 8-0. Set the tone early, man. With 28-14. Final 28-14.
Oh, okay.
Dominant win.
Okay.
Dominant win, man. You know.
So you pulled it out even with the glitches.
Even with the glitches, glitching and everything, I'm still doing my thing. Saquon and all them. AJ going off and shit.
Yeah.
I realized I had to change up and run a different defense because I run a defense against you, which I can't. Damn, I wish I had the game here. I shouldn't even took them off. I gotta play you right now. I said, damn, he like to throw them quick passes and shit. I can't run my normal defense. I'm gonna run my defensive formation, but I'm gonna switch the defense up. I ain't gonna tell you what defense I went to because I ain't gonna tell you what defense I run against you. That'd be too much information. I ain't like that. But listen, I switched it up and ran the same fucking defense the whole fucking game. From the interception all the way. I didn't change the defense, I changed it about a couple of times. I ain't gonna lie, but mostly I ran the same defense the whole fucking game and shut that nigga ass down. Run and pass. I said to myself, I need to mix this in against him because this shit definitely will do a little different. This shit will do a little different on certain little plays and wrinkles this nigga be trying to pop with it.
See now me, I don't know if that'll work against.
You don't even know what defense is. How you gonna say it don't work? I be running certain shit against you that be working, but then it's a twerk. It's the same formation that I mostly that I run against you when I've been on my little run streak. You know what I run. You know what you run. You don't know exactly what it is, but you know how them niggas line up. But it's a little wrinkle. I'm interested to see how. Matter of fact, I'm interested to see how it work on a couple of plays you run.
Look, I ran a different defense on you that I kind of like. I don't know. I can't believe I hadn't played that defense against you before, but it's like I fell into it in the last game that we played, where where it was shut down. That short shit you be doing. I don't know if you know.
Again, I was playing at my other location, my other residence. It was glitching extra hard.
It wasn't glitching that day though. You get out of
it. It was off though. I ain't gonna say it was just going crazy, but it was definitely off. I kicked it out of bounds. Come on, man. I don't kick it out of bounds. I don't kick it out of bounds. I don't kick that. That means it's starting and stopping. That's the only way that's gonna happen. Is when the meter doing this and it's starting and stopping, so you can't really get in the middle. If it's just doing this thing, I got it. I kick with this kicker every time. I know how to kick with them. I play with this team. I win with this team. So what are you telling me?
What I'm telling you is this right here.
Hey, what's up with it now? Hold on right quick. Got a custom on the top of his sports book. What's happening with it? Could you put that for me right now? Or are you doing something? I mean, I can put it in if you send it. Okay. I'm gonna send it. Yeah, we can put the bet in real quick.
He must be talking about doing some NBA shit.
Yeah, probably more than likely. Gotta be NBA and hockey. I don't know why I ain't been on my hockey shit. I gotta get back active. I ain't been active like that. Huh? I said you mess with that hockey? Yeah. I fuck with hockey. I've been fucking with hockey. It's money to be made in hockey.
Yeah.
Hold on. Everybody should be playing with hockey. He's a gambler. Unless you don't know nothing about hockey now. If you don't know the game,
Yeah, I
then
don't know about that.
Oh, you don't?
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Missing out.
with it then.
Missing out, my boy.
Yeah.
Hockey got good lines and everything.
Yeah.
You said you do what?
They got good lines and everything. That shit move. You can Yeah, you need to pick that up because that shit there like hockey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they got some blowouts, but most of the time that shit gonna be within a point and a half. So point and a half gonna be good. Point and a half will be good like a month. Yeah.
I think you
Yeah, I ain't heard from you in a minute, dude.
I've been chilling, just working forever.
Man, shit. That's how you get money.
Yeah, just trying to, stack up. That's it.
That's how you get money.
Yeah,
Working
I'm trying
for
to be
real.
like man.
Yeah. You gotta work it.
That's how you get it. You gotta working for real, for real.
Yeah.
You guys sitting on Cash App. I mean, Apple Pay. I'm sorry, my bad.
Apple Pay. Well, you can't get on it or no?
No, you gotta send Apple Pay. It ain't even came through. You gotta just cancel that shit. It ain't Apple Pay.
I canceled it. Damn it! I don't even know how to cancel.
Oh, it said.
Did you get it?
Friend sweepstake. I don't see nothing.
That's crazy.
Oh, the Lake Show play Oklahoma City tonight. Okay.
Man, they were talking about how Nico fucked over that whole situation. Man, that's fucked up.
No, what's more fucked up is for the owner to say, "Man, I didn't know what was going on when he really." What
I
the
don't
fuck?
know.
How you didn't know what was going on?
Man, he knew it. He got it. They co-signed that shit. And they fucked that shit up. I don't know how the fuck, man. That was the dumbest shit in the world. What if it ain't okay? So let's check this out. If call me when you sitting on Apple Pay.
No, I'm sitting right now.
Okay. Like for real, like okay. Let's just say for the sake of argument, let's say the Mavericks still finished how they finished because Luka wasn't Luka. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you still got Cooper Flag instead of trading him. Who's to say that couldn't happen? If it wasn't no conspiracy, people saying it ain't a conspiracy, they saying that it was just like that, just the way it happened. The NBA ain't just getting him because they traded Luka. You know what I'm saying?
You saying that they supposed to get the number one pick still?
Let's just say in the perfect world, everything ended the same way it ended. It's just you didn't trade Luka. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still went to the play-in and lost. Okay,
If that's the case,
a lot of niggas was 900. You know what I'm saying?
And if that happened, that would mean that then
Kyrie still got hurt. All that shit.
No, I'm saying then Flag wouldn't even be playing point guard then.
No, he can play small forward. What he's supposed to be playing. Let's keep it real. He's supposed to be small forward, man. Come on, man. He's way better small forward than PJ Washington. He should not be playing point guard. You're wasting his talent. He is not that type of player. Yeah, okay, cool. You want him to be a point forward. You want him to handle the ball sometimes. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with that. But to make him an actual point guard, that shows a deficiency in your lineup. I thought you had D'Angelo Russell to play point guard. What are we doing? Like, what is that?
Well, since they've been starting to play D'Angelo, he have been starting.
What you say, dude?
I said, did you get it?
Yeah, I got it on Apple Pay.
Wait, so you ain't got 10 shut no more? Damn, why the fuck I'm gonna get my money? Okay, so the payment, that's what it is. Tap the activity tab.
Guess I'll let me go here.
All right, who you betting on?
The NBA. Let me get. Damn, they took out my shot. Let me get Hornets money line.
What else?
We get the
What?
Bulls what?
Bulls money line.
What else?
What?
Celtics money line.
What else?
Let me get. What the other niggas? Let me get them Suns plus 3.5.
Okay, what else? We get Trailblazers money line. For entertainment purposes only. None of that shit gambling. What else?
OKC.
What else?
That's it.
$153. Hornets, Bulls, Celtics, Suns, Trailblazer, Thunder, all money line. 6 pick.
Inside the lab.
All right, I fuck with you. Top over Sportsbook on Instagram.
I couldn't believe he just took the Hornets money line.
I couldn't believe those couple of them. I was like, the Hornets, the Bulls against the Pistons. Pistons been balling.
The Hornets money line, my nigga. And the Hornets playing the Bucks.
Well, Giannis ain't playing.
Is he not playing? I was just looking at it, but I didn't look at over there at the Bucks.
I was on ESPN earlier. They said Giannis was.
Oh yeah, no, he not playing. Oh, okay. Well, my bad, little nigga.
You think he knows something now? A little something?
Yeah. I mean,
I know you go with LaMelo, so I know you ain't really sneezing at that.
no, LaMelo ain't played in 5 games.
Oh, okay. See, I don't even be keeping up with them niggas, man. Them little niggas. My bad, little niggas.
Yeah,
who they got over there then?
They got Colin Sexton. They used to be in Cleveland and Utah. Then
I know Colin.
They still got Miles Bridges. They
White
got
boy with a white name. I know Colin.
They got Kyle Knipple, the dude that was at Duke. He okay, but I like this big ass 7-foot rookie they got. He set the record for the first 10 games of your career to shoot over 80% as a rookie.
Okay, 80%.
New NBA record.
Sound like you doing some little dunks and layups at the rim. Okay.
Man, I cannot believe this nigga done got so good where now he got his team where they that good too. Goddamn me, Victor Wembanyama.
Shit, yeah. I mean, why? I mean, he really liked that. Why wouldn't you think they would be that good?
I just wouldn't think that it would.
I mean, they 8-2. Denver 8-2. The Lakers 8-3. 11-1 OKC.
What it really is they so goddamn deep now. All of these number one picks and shit that they've been having, they done started to goddamn me pick some players, and them niggas can hoop.
It's crazy how that shit worked out for them. They got Wembanyama, and then they still got a he mysteriously miss a year. They get another number one pick. They cheating. They got some cheating ass shit going on over there, man. Them niggas cheating. NFL, NBA cheating for them niggas. They trying to make them niggas like that. And they like that. 4 blocks, 12 rebounds, 25 points a game.
That's what I'm saying.
That sound like down there MVP numbers.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me see. Okay, wait. Giannis averaged 33. Shea averaged 33, 32, 8. Maxi 32. Mitchell. Reeves averaged 30?
Yeah.
Reeves averaged 30?
Yeah.
Damn. What Luka at?
He don't win for 50 this year.
Wait, man, I'm tripping. What Luka at? I don't even see Luka on the top.
Because he ain't played enough games to register.
Oh, okay. I thought he'd been playing this year.
Yeah, he done played like 4 games, I think.
Yeah, that nigga, I don't know.
Maybe 5. Maybe 5.
I don't know how much he averaged, but the nigga shit show ain't on the 1-9. Oh, he averaged 37 points a game.
Luka averaged 37 points a game.
37 points a game. God. That nigga averaged. Oh, God, my head hurt. This nigga averaging 37, 9, and 9.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you, as an owner, when you see that right there, that this nigga averaged 37, 9, and 9, there's no fucking way in hell that you can't say, oh hell no, my nigga, you dropped the ball, my nigga. There's no fucking way, nigga. You let that nigga go. It's no fucking way.
49% from the field, 32 from 3. That's weak. 79 from free throw. That's good. Almost 2 steals a game.
How many games he done played?
7.
Yeah, okay, 7. Oh, that's still
11. 7 of the 11.
That's most of the season so far though. They tripping. He should be up there on the list.
Shit, he'd be leading the list. Ain't nobody average 37. That's too many points. So they said, no, we can't put him on there, man. That's too many points.
This nigga traded.
Man, that's some bullshit. No, that's some bullshit. Austin Reeves only played 8 games, and he on the list. You don't got Luka. That's hating. 1 game difference. I average 37. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. If you don't get the fuck out of here, Antetokounmpo on the Giannis is 10. That's 3 games difference. Levine is 9. He 25 points a game. Why he on the list? It's a bunch of niggas with 9. That's 2 games different, man. Get the fuck out of there. This nigga on here with 8. Just like Reed, man. If they don't get the fuck out of here, hating on my son. I hate the purple and gold. I can't even root for him. I can't even say his name in the room. When he come in the room, I just turn my head and walk away. We don't even talk no more. He be trying to talk to me on his dad. I can't even talk to him. It's sad.
But
Man,
hey, man, you got to understand.
I'm actually getting
I
a
mean,
little choked up when I think
I'm
about
not,
it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, I really talked about this.
You start to think for a second, did did this whole ass nigga Nico do some underhand shit and just
He
gave
sabotaged. He sabotaged our team.
trade that gonna trade Luca without talking to anybody else, no other team? I mean, you know what? We'll never know, and I'm pretty sure
For
Minnesota.
out all day Davis.
I'm pretty sure that Minnesota would deny it, but you might could have had Anthony Davis. I mean, not Anthony Davis. Anthony Edwards for Luca. I'm pretty sure that Minnesota would deny it, but
I still wouldn't make. I wouldn't make that deal.
well, what I'm saying is
Why
that
would we trade a nigga who beat a nigga?
well, why would you trade it
Listen,
for AD and Max Christie?
there's only one nigga in the league you trade AD for. Maybe two, but really only one, and that's Giannis. That's it. Not Giannis, excuse me. That's Victor. That's Victor. The other nigga who maybe is Giannis, but it's Victor. That's it. That's the only other person in the league you would even consider trading Luka for.
So what you saying is you would rather take Max Christie and AD than Anthony Edwards? That what you telling me?
No, I don't want neither one of them.
But I'm saying you gonna make a deal. This is what I'm saying. You getting rid of the nigga.
Oh, I'll take AE over them two.
That
Yeah,
what
I mean, you obviously holding a gun to my head because you making this deal uh under unruly circumstances. Ain't no circumstance that I would make that deal. So you obviously holding a gun to my head. So yeah, I'm gonna take AE since you want to make me see it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But, I
Like
wouldn't trade Luke. I wouldn't have traded Luke for nobody. You know how I feel. You
yeah,
know.
yeah.
You know how I feel. And I still feel the same way. I just don't like talking about it. I can't believe they did that. That shit hurt my soul just thinking about it. How could he do that dumbass shit? That's the dumbest shit ever in the history of basketball ever.
See what really
That's
got
up there
so
with
high is
how
the
niggas get Magic and Kareem and Worthy all within a certain time frame. That's up there with that kind of bullshit.
look. What really got that nigga fired was this young nigga. This dude was sitting courtside with a '77 Luka Doncic Laker jersey on, and the owner of the Mavericks sat right next to him and started talking to him for about 10 minutes or more, asking him, you know what I'm saying, why he ain't supporting the Mavs and all of this instead of wearing a Luka jersey for the Lakers and shit. And then this is what it's like. They said the dude just broke it down for him, and like basically that's what did it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Whatever it was,
You
get
telling
his ass up out of here. I wanted him gone the same day he made the trade. They should have made the trade, and he should have came back to the office and said, "Hey, I made the trade." And they should have fired his bitch ass that the same day. That's what should have happened.
but what that tell you is that the people that own the Mavericks are not sports people.
Nah, they not.
You know, they casino people.
But
So
I think they know. I think most people know that. But they bought them. That's their shit. Shit.
see, Mark Cuban, they told him that he was gonna run the team and shit, because he's still on 30%. So they told him that he was gonna run the team but then they say Nico went behind Cube back and got him ousted out of that position.
Mm. That's some whole ass shit if that's what happened.
They said that Nico wanted to run a team how he wanted to run a team, and Cuban was going to be in his way.
Shit, you see how that turned out?
See, it's just bullshit though, because that's why the owners be so hands on, because you sit here and you let this nigga just trade away your franchise like that. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's some super bullshit. Yeah, it's me. Fucked over the team. Fucked over the team severely.
And I don't care what nobody say, man. Coop can be good. I mean, we can look up one day and and at the beginning of a season he averaging 37.99. But it's gonna take him a while to get there. Luca was already there.
7 5 10 5 7 5 10 5 8 7 8 5 7 5 10 5 8 7 8 5. He might be a better player. I'm gonna flip him. I think I'm gonna flip him. Projected a 7, projected a 6 9. They play an old man. He played Dak man. Man. 22 projected, 18% start.
And I need Rico to be
I'm finna go ask what you call now. Who would take? Who would take?
I need Rico to be Nick.
I know you do. You want to try to knock down that number 1 seed. I can't say I blame you though.
Shit,
10 and
I just want 2 games and that's it. I don't need that third game.
Jesse Bates still out there. Hold on. I still got work to do. I don't know if I'm sure about my defensive backfield.
I'm thinking
Oh
about.
yeah, they got that nigga way down there. I ain't fucking with him.
I moved too slow. What I should have done, I was gonna drop Parker Washington and pick back up Sean Tucker, because I don't know why they allowed me to do this, but even after I dropped him, they was allowing me to pick him up back up
Pick it
right.
right back up.
I was like, whoa, what's going on with that shit? Maybe they said people don't covet him at all, I guess. But
Shit, they lied to you and everybody else.
because Parker Washington was not spotted at practice today.
Yeah, they lied to you.
Yeah, he wasn't spotted at practice today, so.
How do I do the who should I start shit? Hold on. Oh, you can't even go to the defense. How I put? I'm trying to see what you. I'm trying to see who I should pick up. They won't let me figure it out.
Oh, you talking about like on Roto?
No, Fantasy Pro.
I can't believe they
You
don't let
can't
you.
do it on defense on Roto for sure. I know that for a fact. Huh?
Wow, I thought they would let you do it on defense too.
No, I can't. Or at least I ain't figured it out or something.
No, they might don't. They might don't let. They might don't got it widespread like that, but they should though.
I was trying to compare these two safeties to see who they think I should take. But quiet as kept. This thing has been playing the best best defense on all these niggas. And I had him in here before. Shit, I might bring him on back. And he been balling here lately.
Yeah, Tafunga was a nice pickup by me.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring him on back. But them niggas don't got no defense. But do that mean he just playing extra hard because they don't play defense?
But them niggas got a bye week next week, so I don't want to drop him neither, because I know niggas like you will be out there.
Nah, I don't want him.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about me getting them. I don't want them.
Yeah, let them tell it.
I don't. I promise. You just cut it. 7.5 the last 2 weeks. And he been his last 2 weeks 8.7. 8.78. And this nigga here was
Look, I'm gonna tell
seven
you that
five
the
ten five.
Panthers defense really banging. They'd have had 10 in like 4 straight games. Like they'd have had double figures in every game this season except for 2 games.
Come on, battle. I'm gonna bring you in, man. Shit.
Mm.
You're the number 4 safety in the league. And niggas throwing the ball against you. I had Chin in it, but I'm gonna keep battle. He the number 1 4 safety, average of 7.2. Chin don't average a 7.2.
Yeah, I
I
think I
could
got.
get him 6 for. I could get him back if I wanted. They let you get him back right away.
That's what I'm saying. What's going on?
That nigga went right green.
I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, letting people just put people on back on green. Now they got me trying to figure it out. Like, is it because there's no more trade deadline? What's going on? Why y'all doing that?
I mean, everybody ain't like that, but they do got some niggas like that. I guess they like these niggas ain't really like that. They ain't of that importance.
Yeah, they not no game changers.
But somehow they got Bateman and Zacchaeus, Kirk and Isilver and Cup. And they got these Dortch and all these other niggas free to get, free to grab. Shit, I'm about to we're gonna run by 9. We're gonna cut off at 3 hours. I'm about to take it to the other spot. I'm hungry tomorrow. I'm gonna get some meat. I'm
Shit,
still
I don't
here and cultivate my lineup. Oh, we
hey,
got another question. Best view
that's some more
somebody
people
advertise.
like that stream bullshit.
Yeah, they trying to get some advertising. It's so good. Yeah, I'm still trying to man, I keep working. I'm trying to still kind of add to my lineup.
I'm still on the whole out looking for a running back. Uh, Now that he done took Sean Tucker, uh,
And they
Sam.
going against Buffalo. I might have to flex him. Who would I flex him on? I think. Oh, let me go ask Fantasy Pro. They might. I mean, I don't even know how. I gotta see how this shit gonna work. Depends. I don't know what's going on with my guy. But I gotta.
Shit, you
Shit, I might.
said Swift got a hip injury.
They say he do. They say ultimate lineup already set. So they saying start Tech even over Sean Tucker. Even though Tech going against Atlanta defense. They got him at 1382.
They
Sean
do.
Tucker at 1363. Going against Buffalo, 28th ranked defense.
Hmm. I guess they saying even with all that being said, it's still more of a shot at Tech getting more work than Sean.
Yeah, Sean had 9 carries, 53 yards.
And they said that it might be a possibility that going forward, while Bucky is out, that Sean get most of the carries and
Near the goal line.
Ricard get the passing plays.
I'm gonna have to investigate that. Sean Tucker definitely gonna get goal line work. That's what we do know. We don't know nothing else. I can guarantee you he probably gonna get most of the goal line work.
Yeah, he be.
Uh-huh. I definitely need to figure that shit out because shit, man, I need to figure out who I'm gonna flex. But shit, man, who else have been picked up? What's else going on? I'm the only person working in the last few transactions. We got Michael Wilson for Arizona, Sean Tucker, running back, Tampa Bay, Jordan Battle, the safety. I wonder if we could see how many transactions I made. How many transactions I made compared to other niggas?
Remember? Yeah, you can.
I'm saying on the app though.
No, you got to be on the main site, on the website to see it, and it's on the transactions, and it's gonna show.
Oh, they said I lost on the other app. Who I lost to?
Oh, let me check that and make sure I'm still because in that one league I'm in, I was 7-2. Let me see if I went to 8-2. He just reminded me.
Oh, I got beat by little bro 173 to 94 over there. God damn, what he did. Yeah, Lamar Jackson 24, Saquon 17, Travion Henderson with a 52. They gave him a 52. Devontae 14, London a 22. Eighth with Joku, Sutton a 2. He had a 2 in it, and a nigga with a 0. Broncos defense 17. Damn, that 52 did it.
Damn, I'm 8-2. I done won 5 in a row.
Yeah, they got me 8-2 over here. What's the rest of the league?
Let me see. Do I lead the league?
Detroit now versus everybody 8-2.
Yes, I lead the league. I'm 82,
That's
the best record of the league. Yeah,
that's the best thing going over there. All right, shit, man. We appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, kinfolk. That's been our time. We're gonna do this shit again Sunday. I'll be right here bright and early for the first half of the games. We're gonna go over this shit, man. Sunday live at the Inside the Huddle, brought to you by the top of it. Spend one love, another love. Yeah.